Alrighty.
We going?
Yeah, we going, sis.
It's your girl, Panera Bay, a.k.a. Terabyte, a.k.a. Wait, what was my last one? FOMO Homo. Hey. Wait, was there another one? I feel like
FOMO Homo.
I gotta fucking write these down.
I know. I keep forgetting mine, too. It's Tivoli Thoughtness, Kava Queen, and Atomic Puss. What's good?
Atomic Puss, who gave you that?
I've heard it a couple times.
She gave herself that shit.
Who told you that?
You'd be surprised.
No, I'm gonna ask them.
Atomic Blonde and Atomic Puss.
Some dude was like, Atomic Puss, you.
Yeah, and I was like, thanks. I'm gonna use that in the pod.
Well, if you guys haven't already figured it out, we have some guests with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What up?
What up?
The local haters.
Ow.
What up, yo? Fuck out of here.
That's right. Einstein and Sean.
You know the fucking vibe.
You know the fucking vibe. Yeah.
Only vibes is bad vibes.
Some
Facts.
wild vibes right now.
Death vibes.
Because
Holla.
we're like an hour late.
Yeah, tuna's
vibes.
tight.
Yeah, I was pretty fucking angry about right about a moment ago, but right now I'm pretty cool. I'm chill.
Shut the fuck up.
2
God
beers.
vibes.
2 beers in a pod.
2 beers.
Hey.
Einstein t-shirt. Not as hungover as I was 30 seconds ago.
What?
I was pretty hungover this morning.
What did you guys do last night?
This piece of shit did nothing.
I played Call of Duty.
Hey.
I went to a dinner
and
with
watched
my friends.
SNL.
Oh, I love dinner. I had 2 dinners yesterday.
What'd you guys eat?
We went to Jose Tejas. We got
Ooh.
super
Oh, I
drunk.
did see that.
Super drunk because all the drinks were free. And then we went to a strip club, Go-Go Rama in South Amboy, which is...
Titties.
It's pretty trashy. And it's pretty low quality. And it's just like, the worst... I'm going to go on a little tangent.
It's a whole charity.
If you go to Go-Go Rama, it's pretty good-looking white girls, but the entire crowd is like an Indian conglomeration. Like every Indian guy,
They're trying to get a deal and shit.
dude. It is disgusting, and they pull like American Indian moves where they dress up real nice, and they could just whip their phone out whenever the fuck they want. This fucking little guy got taken out by this. He was twice as fat as you, and that's enormous. And he was like
No, this nigga's garbage.
Yo, why are you always fucking
I hate that shit.
ripping on Sean?
I
Because he's
cringe
a-
Because he
every
knows I
time.
could easily beat the brakes off him.
I could,
but
I
I
would
don't, 'cause I'm
smash
nice.
your face in,
All right.
sir.
All right, no,
You
no
watch your
violence,
P's and Q's.
No
Chill
violence,
out,
no
sorry.
violence.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't my Indian bashing
But
story.
wait, so were the strippers Indian as well?
No. The strippers are all white girls.
Oh.
They were all pretty. But the
Okay.
thing is, the whole
So
crowd,
you're saying Indian people aren't pretty?
they're not.
What the fuck?
No.
I've seen some
No,
hot
as a whole entire
It's
country.
very rare I've seen some hot ones. Like, it was like
very,
3.
There's like really good looking Indian women.
Yeah.
I didn't. No. I'm not
No,
saying
no.
there isn't. I'm saying that I've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, women. I thought you meant men.
No, the men are
I'm
terrible.
trash.
He
The
said
men are
men are ugly,
trash.
yeah.
He said men,
The men.
in the strip club. Indian men look like shit.
They all look
Yeah,
terrible.
they do.
They're
Horrible.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And they're always
And they
trying
should
to get
die.
a fucking
Holy shit.
asking for discounts and shit. Fuck
They're
out of here.
nasty.
There goes all of our
They're-
Indian listeners.
They're
Yeah.
corrupting our pod.
All 2 of them.
Yeah, bro.
Probably
Wow.
all none of them.
No way.
All right, I don't think we have any Indian listeners.
Well, I mean, yeah, probably not.
Yeah, I'm pretty racist against Indian people. They've treated me enough like shit.
You
I was
wild.
gonna say Crusaders, like,
No, she's Bengali. It's different.
Yo, she was
Totally
very
different.
funny. The episodes too. She was funny.
I
as
love
fuck.
her. That's
The way
my
she
bitch.
talks, like I was laughing.
yeah.
Was that the recent one?
Yeah.
Shout out to Crusader. You're not fucking listening to them?
Dude, I have like no time.
Do you even
just
listen to
hates
your
us.
own podcast?
No, I listen to like 20
He
minutes of
doesn't.
it.
I listen back and then I tell him how.
I
Yeah.
listen to it in parts.
What? I would be so mad at her if she didn't listen.
Go, I work
Yeah.
6 to 6 every day.
Mm.
My
I'll
life
go.
is
I
nil.
make time.
I'm dying. I'm going to die tomorrow
Good.
from a heart attack.
Finally.
Let's not talk about your death. Well, actually,
Let's do talk
Let's
about
talk
my
about
death.
death,
I
actually.
can't
Because-
wait.
Because recently I saw somebody post like happy birthday to like their dead grandma, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, why are we? Your grandma, she's dead. So like, how is that a happy birthday? That's like a bad birthday. That's not really.
I mean,
happy.
she doesn't
Maybe
have
it's
any
like an
worries
homage.
anymore, so
Yeah.
it's probably the happiest
probably
birthday
chilling.
she's ever had.
Isn't your birthday canceled though? Like once you're dead, like isn't that shit just like?
I don't think that's
Yeah.
how birthdays work, but
Why?
I
I
think
mean,
that I've
you
always...
celebrated a little bit.
You're
but-
not a year older, so
Yeah.
like you're dead.
I
Like,
mean, it would be weird if like they were having a party for the grandma. She's been dead for 10 years and
Y'all
shit.
better have a party when I die. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
Oh,
one
yeah.
I want a party
At the
for my
funeral.
birthday all the time.
every year.
Yeah,
No.
even while I'm dead.
Do you ever see that video of that family? They instead of putting the dude in the casket, they like had him sitting up fully clothed with a blunt in his hand.
Yo, I
at
did
the wake.
see that. I did see
I did
that.
not see that.
That shit's creepy
I
as hell.
didn't see that, but a recent one that I saw, this dude was hilarious. In his will, he had a recording. He said, during my funeral, you have to play the recording during his wake. So while they're coming to the body, he's talking shit.
Yeah.
So the family's just like laughing and crying and laughing because he
Like
recorded himself for a while.
They were walking
saying
up
some
to
shit.
the casket before they lowered
Yeah,
it, and
dude.
and it was a recording of him going, "Help! I'm still alive."
Dude, it was
Yeah.
fucked up.
Would that be us? I'm like, that would probably be us.
I feel like that'd be Tuna. Tuna. Do
No.
some shit
I would
like that.
literally, I would have an entire monologue of me going, naming the people that I hated.
I
Yeah.
was
I
gonna
hate
say,
you. I hate you. You can go fuck yourself. And I hope all the people they come, they're like, we really enjoyed. No, you didn't. You didn't really like me. Fuck you. You're just here because you're trying to make appearances. Fuck all that shit.
Can you also like play your harmonica? Like have this like a segment of like
No,
you
I
just
could. You know what I should do? I should record like all bad '80s songs poorly and just be like, "This is my will. It's my funeral."
you covering those songs. though.
Imagine covering the best of Cyndi Lauper.
I would turn your fucking
Oh
casket
my
over for that.
god.
Be so funny.
I'd drop
be
kick the
painful.
casket.
You
I'd
just see
drop
Sean
kick
go, what?
They'd be like, the wake is at from 7 to 9. I'd show up at 7:59 and just boom, and just drop kick his shit and be out. Get beat up by a bunch of Turkish people and claim it was racist.
It'd be so funny. I would probably do something like that. But I would really want to be like catapulted into space or something really cool.
Yeah, just throw my body off a cliff. I'm dead. I don't give a fuck what you do.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. Like that whole like,
Blow my body up.
cremating is the worst. It's one of the worst things you could ever do for the environment. Like people are like, I'm gonna cremate my cat. I'm like, for sure don't. It's like particulate matter. Like it's nasty.
I was gonna say like, how do you even know that's your cat? That could just be like leftovers. Or
Well, you
whatever.
see your cat going into the furniture, like, bye, kitty, and then it comes out, and they're like, here's this powder, put it in a jar.
Yeah, but like,
Oh my
don't they
God.
put wood in there too?
Of course.
Yeah, it's like
put
they
wood
have
in
to
it?
put certain shit in there to keep
Yeah.
your body from like turning into poison in the air and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's burning matter is like horrific. For
Unless
the
it's zombies and you have to burn it.
yeah, facts. All right.
And
Yeah, I
Jason,
I don't know where to go from.
And Jason, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Don't they burn him? Don't you have to burn him too?
No, I think you
No,
gotta
he's
cut his
about
head off.
No, he's about. Isn't he water? Got to drown him. Jason dies by
Oh,
water.
He is afraid of
true,
water.
Yeah,
He's
you're
afraid of
right.
water.
Am
I
I
don't know
thinking
why.
of Mike Myers then? Didn't he go to space or some shit?
Nah, he got
What?
burnt up in the last movie. No, that was Jason X,
Okay.
where he went to space.
Yeah.
Jason X.
Yeah, the Jason X, where he's like in
Yeah,
the
they-
future and shit.
They got a little ridiculous at the end there.
Jason X. I don't even know.
I don't
It
think
came
I've
out
seen that.
after Freddy versus
It's like
Jason.
3 references. I have no idea.
I know.
I don't watch those movies.
It's
'cause I
checked
don't
out
like
of
them.
all reality.
I'm
I don't like
scared
that
of Mike
shit.
Myers.
Hey, really?
Yes, we talked about this.
I'm like so terrified.
She has like some kind of like
phobia of Michael Myers. Like
but
I have.
also
You
has
know
a
his
cur-
mask is actually William Shatner.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw that somewhere. Fun
I know,
fact.
and he does creep me out too.
William Shatner?
Yeah, his face is just like weird.
He's like 85.
He's just fucking weird
he's,
looking.
He's a pretty believable. Like if you looked at someone, you're like, you rape kids. Like he gives
Yo.
he gives that
He
vibe.
looks
He's got,
like a
he's got
pedo.
an Epstein
Dude,
vibe.
he has an because when you hear him talk about life, and you're like, you're a weird guy. Like
Yeah.
you
He played a
because-
space guy
and his,
forever.
and his skin is like super taut. He's like 80.
Because he's had mad work.
He's
He's rich.
1,000 years old.
He used to do those commercials. What was it, Priceline or some shit?
Yeah.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
does a Cialis commercial now, right? He
I
does
don't know.
I
something.
think
He
so.
does
Yeah,
something
he
like
does some. Yeah, I think I know what you're
AmeriHealth,
talking about.
Medicaid, something like because he's at that age where
I've seen him.
Blue Chew.
he probably.
Get on that shoe.
Oh, can you imagine?
What's that
Shatner
like? Life
coming
alert?
on you?
Does he do
Oh,
life
no.
alert?
Ew.
He should do that.
Come
What
on
y'all
you.
got over there?
What?
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 I was talking about Shatner coming on fucking somebody. Sorry.
Oh god.
You said he should. I was like, oh my god, why?
No, I was,
Jesus.
talking
I mean,
about,
probably
I
has.
was referencing something else.
Oh, okay, all right.
Listen, I don't want nothing from him.
Ugh,
Ew.
I don't.
Ugh.
You want his money?
He's got mad money. He's got that Star Trek bread.
but
I'd
I still get pedo
take a
vibes
hit.
from him. I'm good.
I give him a hand job for a couple thousand.
Yo.
Couple hundred.
You sound like we went to go see Andrew Schultz the other night, and he was talking about.
Oh,
how,
you saw him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
How fun is he?
Oh my god.
I saw him twice.
Dog.
Oh,
It was.
He's funny.
It was great.
A little dark.
Yeah, but I love
Wait,
that.
what
It
day
was
was that?
good.
Friday?
Yeah.
Friday.
Fuck, y'all should have hit me up. I would have came. I love Andrew Schultz. Fuck.
yeah,
I
big,
saw it on Instagram too. I was like, God damn it.
big fan.
He said some wild shit.
I had posted a few times like anybody want to come and like
What?
hit me up. So
Charles
On Facebook?
it was on Facebook. It might.
Oh, that's probably why I
it,
didn't see
it
it.
might have been on my story though. So maybe.
Oh, yeah. I never watch people's Facebook stories. It's too much.
Yeah.
I don't even go on Facebook.
But yeah, he was talking about how like if he had to save his mom's life, I don't know, to like eat a girl out or to suck a dude's dick. He was like, I'd rather suck a guy's dick because I know it's gonna happen.
That's so funny.
Yeah, there's no work involved.
There's a really good. You remember the episode of Your Mom's House?
I think there's a little work involved. But
There's a lot of work involved.
There's a
Probably
really
not compared to y'all.
That's a would you rather question. Christina posed probably the hardest would you rather question ever. Is either letting your mom blow you or sucking your dad's dick. Would you rather either or? If you had to do it, which is really really difficult to pick, because you're gonna have and the stipulation is your mom has to make full eye contact, and you guys got to talk about it, and if you blow your dad, you got to discuss techniques with your dad.
Oh no!
Can you imagine?
No.
Oh,
I'd rather kill myself.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That's a tough one.
Yeah, I can't even. I'd rather just die because I hate my father.
That's just really dark.
That's super dark because you don't want that imprinted into your
I know, and then on the other end of it, there's
brain.
nothing. You're not getting nothing out of it,
huh?
You're not getting anything out of either.
It's a would you rather. It's
That's
like
being molested as a child. No one wants to talk about it, and it scars you forever. Don't nobody want to do that.
Straight facts. I'll tell you that.
I mean, except remember he was talking about those two kids that Michael Jackson from Neverland or whatever, Finding Neverland. Those two kids. He was like, why were they upset? Like they said Michael Jackson was their hero. So like
because their parents told them.
Yeah,
they made them do it.
Yeah,
bro. If you have any adult, no matter how famous they're, like, can I hang out with your kid? No.
Yeah,
that's a direct no to a point. Like he could be the most famous person ever. And he'd be like, you shouldn't go, well, it's Michael Jackson. We what are we going to say? No. Yeah, you're going to say it's he's an 8-year-old kid. Of course you're going to say no.
Yeah.
But people be like, we didn't know you. No. What adult?
That was what in the 70s?
Let's take a poll here. You're an adult. You're an adult. You're an adult.
We're
oh
all
Jesus,
adults.
you're an adult.
We're all adults.
How if somebody went up to you and were like, hang out with this 8-year-old, you'd be appalled.
Well, if they asked me to babysit,
Not babysit.
Okay, just hang out.
Hey, I'd like to take him to the park.
Speaking of that, my friend he started doing that Big Brother program thing.
I can't do that shit.
We were playing
God.
Xbox, and he was like, "If you had to take out a 10-year-old," and he didn't say anything. He just started. If you had to take out a 10-year-old, where would you take him? We were all like, "Yo, what the fuck?"
Bruh.
He's like, "Oh no, it's the Big Brother program."
As a woman, like as women
out, I would be like, I'd shoot him in the head.
dude, women hanging out with kids, fine. Adult men hanging out with children, they're like,
That's
this is my thing. It's like, I don't know if that's your thing.
I always
You could
found
be
it
doing
funny
a
how,
lot,
like,
you
you
know.
can say a baby is cute, but then it's like, if like Billie Eilish. When I first saw her, I thought she was 25 years old. She looks old as shit. And I was like, "Yo, that girl's pretty hot." And they were like, "She's 17. You pet." I'm like, "Wait, I didn't know that's how old she was."
Yeah.
But then it's like that
These
baby's
little
cute, and it's like, "Oh yeah."
Well,
that's
that
fine.
bitch is looking old as hell.
That was like another Andrew
Yeah, kids look old.
joke. Remember what he was talking about the abortion clinic?
Yeah.
How the guy was outside protesting, and then
One guy.
well, it was a guy and his daughter, right? And he said the daughter was like maybe 8 years old or some shit, and he was trying to figure out why this guy was like so against abortions, and he was like, well, if you leave the kid, the baby there, like it'll turn into a baby. Because Andrew was like, it's
I
not
do
a
remember
baby.
this.
He's like, it's not a baby yet. Like if you abort it like soon enough, it's not a baby.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, your daughter's hot because if you leave her there, she'll eventually be an adult.
Yeah.
He's just he's fucked
fucked.
up. He's just fucked up. It's so great though. I love it.
I hope he does. He said he was trying to do Madison Square Garden.
He's
he
the
did.
king of New York. He's gonna sell out easy.
Dude, yeah.
You
Especially
really think so? I don't know.
He
He could do the theater at Madison Square Garden. Not
You
actual.
He can't do.
in a few years.
Because that's
yeah.
what Eddie
Yeah.
Murphy did the theater. He didn't sell out
No.
real Madison Square Garden.
I think like Rogan, Burr, Sebastian, Aziz. There's like very few
Louis
people like
C.K.,
Louis C.K.,
Amy Schumer.
You can't go into that and try to because it is. You're talking like it's
like 21,000.
21,000 people. It's
Yeah.
huge.
It's a fuck ton of people.
Even someone like
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart.
Like 10 times.
yeah,
sold
Kevin
out.
Hart 10 times. Like Chappelle can do those kind of things because Chappelle's going to sell out no matter where he goes.
Yep.
But even then, he brings a huge act. He doesn't just come by himself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he
brings
brings
like
like Nas and fucking.
he comes with like the fucking entire
Lauryn Hill and all this
Wu-Tang
other
Clan,
shit, yeah.
Erykah Badu.
That's dope.
I don't know if I'd want to see that before a
I would
comedy show.
love to
I'd rather just watch
I'd be
it.
I'm like,
tired.
I
If it was
do.
Wu Tang,
Can
yeah,
you
okay.
see? Can you imagine if you saw Lauryn Hill come on stage?
I don't know.
And
any songs.
she's all in her glory. You never heard "Kill Me Softly"?
Yeah, okay, that's
Yeah.
the only
The
one.
Fugees, Fuji La. That
Yeah.
song is fire,
Isn't
bro.
she the one that always shows up late?
No, she shows up. She doesn't
Like
just show up
Kermit.
late. She shows up like
Bitch,
No,
fuck you.
I
You were
didn't-
late too. Fuck out of here. I was here before you. Get out of here.
she shows up like 9 years late.
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Every Dave Chappelle had a video in 2003 called Dave Chappelle's Block Party. He sold it as a
I saw
DVD.
that.
It's a tremendous DVD. It's hilarious. I think he got the Fugees to reunite for that DVD. I think literally Lauryn Hill showed up maybe 7 hours late.
Holy
I'm not
shit.
even.
Why was it so long? First of
She's
all.
Lauryn Hill.
She's
a
likes to
legend.
Play that.
She don't give a fuck. She
But
got the voice.
Why was the festival that long?
Yeah.
That's
Like-
the greatest Sister
It
Act
wasn't
movie of all
7
time.
hours.
Sister Act 2.
It wasn't actually 7 hours.
I know it was like 3. It was like 4
Probably
hours.
like 30
That was a
minutes.
good
No,
movie.
it was
I
3. It was
still
like
love
4
it.
hours. She was late.
Sister Act, yeah.
That's
and,
my shit.
And like nowadays, Whoopi Goldberg kind of gets on my nerves, but
Okay,
like those
she's my
movies,
favorite.
She was
are
my
bomb.
She's the
bitch,
best
yeah.
person
Sister
on The
Act,
View.
yeah.
This Whoopi Goldberg on The View is amazing.
My mom was
Yeah.
watching her on Wendy Williams this morning.
I love Whoopi. Sister Act 1 and Sister Act 2, I can watch on repeat all day.
Yeah.
She be saying some
Yeah.
wild shit though.
What was
She's-
that movie where she was the alien?
Ghost.
Signs?
It's like no.
No, what?
She was an alien? In
Yeah,
what
there's a
fucking
video,
movie?
there's a movie
With
where
Mel
she's
Gibson.
like a babysitter and she's an alien and the kid knows that she's an alien. And like when nobody's looking, she like gets real shitty with him and turns back into her alien form.
Miss Doubtfire?
I don't even know.
Mrs.
Shut the
Doubtfire.
fuck up. No.
She was in The Color Purple, right?
Yeah.
I'm, like, trying
she was
to
the one
remember.
who cut the dude with the
Yeah.
blade and shit.
She was
Yeah.
in Roots, right?
That was another black people. That was different blacks. You got your blacks mixed up.
Wasn't she Maya Angelou in that fucking Things Fall Apart movie? No, that was Oprah.
Yeah.
Oprah was that. I was like Oprah's
I just
only
said,
acting
yeah, I had
gig.
no idea.
I'd be forgetting that Oprah can act.
She can't act.
Yeah, no.
Well, Color Purple, she did pretty good.
I mean, she's. I mean, yeah,
That was like.
I haven't seen that movie in that long ago.
yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I have to rewatch.
I think I was thinking about Oprah not too long ago. I don't know why though.
I would smash Oprah pretty right now. She's like 90. I would fucking
I don't
take
give
her
a shit
down.
about
If-
Oprah.
I
Unless
don't
she
think
giving me
she's
some
that
money.
old.
She's a
No, she's
tremendous
not that
black
old.
woman. I found her sexy as a kid. I was
Is
like,
she
you're
like
fucking
in
hot.
her 70s, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
think-
married. She's married to a 56-year-old millionaire. She's
They're
like,
Stedman?
not, are they married? They're not married.
Stedman, he's a millionaire?
he got money, something,
Oh.
but he didn't have like her money.
Yeah, but he has like real estate money, like his own bag.
Yeah, but you don't even know if that's real.
He doesn't have anywhere near as much as she
Oh
does.
yeah, no.
She's got
no.
more money than
She got hella loot.
Yeah.
that's one of my. I tell you, her show. No matter what, she has some great moments on her show. She brought up
This fucking guy's turning
Who's
into
the
the tuna show. What y'all got
Oh
over
yeah,
here?
yeah. Let me not.
Jesus.
I keep going
Yeah,
off on
I
tangents.
forgot-
I'm
Ours is
sorry.
tomorrow.
I know, dude. I'm fucking going
Yeah,
off on
tuna,
tangents.
fuck off.
All right.
Fuck. I forgot to
Jesus.
connect to the Wi-Fi.
For the person that
and
was
I
late.
Can't even look shit
Oh.
up on my laptop.
Yeah, I'll take a picture of it. and give it to you.
Or you could just show me which one to.
What is a password?
Oh, okay.
Glad we're all prepared.
Yeah, so prepared.
You can
Tons.
use your.
Oh, this is episode 20, by the way. So,
Hey.
Hi-yo.
what episode are you guys on?
We're on like 18, 17.
Okay. We started a few months before you too, so you guys are like not too
We
far
would
behind.
we would be where you are, but we missed like 2 or 3 weeks.
We
We
missed
did
a
too.
fuck ton of weeks.
Yeah.
There was a couple times where we were like doing it every other week.
Damn.
That was fun.
Y'all are crazy. Yeah, we missed 2 weeks because I went to Boston 1 week and Sean went to Vegas 1 week.
Yeah, and then 1 week you had diarrhea.
Oh, and then I had the 2
Oh,
weeks,
yeah.
remember?
Oh God,
We went to Jake's.
I was shitting. I was dying that day. I think I was like in the bathtub shitting and puking.
Yeah.
It was nasty.
That's not fun.
I snorted so much coke that night. Oh, my
You're so
brain.
cool. You're so cool.
I'm not even cool. I did it I was alone.
Yeah, drugs
That
aren't
was
cool, dude. It
stupid.
just brings you closer to death.
That's what I'm trying to get there. It's hard. It's hard to fucking.
Cousin asleep.
That was
hard
the,
to
that
die
was
out
the
here.
lesson of the day
Is
today.
that what you learned?
Why is dying so
Yeah.
hard?
Is that what you learned about
Yeah.
in
So,
confirmation class?
yeah, so basically they were basically showing like this chart of like how where you
I see
are, where God is, and where death is, and how drugs and all these sinful acts bring you closer to death.
Really?
And I was like, I kind of felt that a little bit. Like when he was saying like, oh, when you feel like shit after you get drunk as fuck, you're getting closer to
Hard
death.
facts.
And I was like, that's actually true because I do feel like that. Like after I
Yeah.
drink, I feel like mad depressed. I'm in my bed like, what's life? I hate
Yo.
myself. And it's like, yeah, it brings you to that.
Well, that's what they say about
You know?
alcohol, though. That it's like
It's a
they,
downer.
It's a depressant.
they
Yeah.
used to call it spirits. Like you ever see like stores that like because it brings
Wine
like,
and spirits. Yeah.
yeah, it brings
I
out
hate
the
that shit.
it brings out like the bad spirits in you.
Yeah.
That's what they say. I mean, like
So they named the stores after that? So stupid.
no. That's what they called alcohol.
Oh.
Yeah.
Before, like back in the day, it was like spirits because
It
it would
is.
bring bad spirits.
I always wonder what that was. It's like wine
Yeah.
and spirit. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
I mean, it makes
Yeah.
sense in that
To
sense.
be real honest with you, this is gonna sound super dorky, but the fact that our thoughts were in our heads was like a recent idea. The Greeks came up with this. They used to think that your mind was connected to God. So when you would have a thought like, "Oh, I had this crazy thought,"
It's a brick.
it was God that said it, and it came into my brain.
Yeah.
And then they said like it literally turned into a thing where like, oh no, thoughts are something that you produce yourself. So like I think my loose memory of it, like spirits was like, it was like almost like some spirit was superimposing in your body through your body as a vehicle. It was some weird shit. But like people back then,
Yeah.
they had so little information that they would just be like, oh, this person who's drunk, who's like fucking rambling on, he must be like fucking having a moment with some
yeah,
fucking
like
ghost.
a demon or some shit.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah,
You know?
dude, that's what I heard about
But
it.
it's also alcohol is so ingrained in human behavior because when we didn't have potable water for years, like literally centuries, then they were essentially making beer and wine so people can hydrate, which really didn't work that well because essentially like
alcohol.
ethanol dehydrates you. But they would literally people would drink beer from morning to night because there was no clean water. That's why
That's
like
hilarious.
major like I mean this is gonna
yeah,
by the way
there was no clean water, but they were making.
there was nothing. The thing is, alcohol kills everything.
Yeah.
So
true,
when you
true.
have something like a dirty water source, and sanitation is linked to essentially
Just make
because
a fuck ton of
you
beer.
you can't move waste from one area to another area. So when they like back then, the only way they could keep the water sort of there was through beer and fucking
That's some witchcraft shit, though.
spirits.
You know, you hear those spirits? Oh,
Oh,
party foul.
Somebody,
Yo, there's a fucking
somebody getting their
spirit
head
in
bashed
here.
in up
they
there.
were like, "You talking about me?"
But this guy doesn't this guy doesn't fuck though. I've never seen because my old neighbors
Wine
he used to
and
smash his girlfriend so much that I found out his rhythm. He would give his girl a beating.
When I was in Vegas-
a beating some days.
Would you ever like jerk off while they were
Yeah.
fucking? Okay, yeah.
Why the fuck not? You
You're
hear someone
wild.
fucking? I can put on
You
the
know
porn,
the fucking
smoke a little pot.
vibes.
That's
You know the
sinful.
fucking
That's like
vibes.
1970s
Is that-
shit.
I'm like,
Why not?
that's sinning.
All right.
You have access to porn on
Tara,
your
we've
phone.
been to
Why do you wanna hear this
parties.
shit?
I know.
Yeah, so when you see someone getting their dick sucked, you're like, hey, I'm gonna go fucking.
Have an orgy. We just start an orgy usually.
Yeah, not really. Not.
Yo,
not
my
not-
man's learning how to tap dance or some shit.
He's wearing his fucking stone shoes up there.
He bugging. He's a good.
He's
guy,
over
though.
there moshing.
Or he's like clapping for
With
the
one
pot.
other
He's like,
person.
yeah, guys, keep going.
Keep going.
Look
Let
at
me
her
hear
and I'm just
you
like,
louder.
yo, shut the fuck up. I hear you.
This guy that used to live upstairs, he used to fuck his girl like it'd be always 12:30 at night, and I would be like, dude, why can't you just y'all can't fuck at 7 while
Yeah.
I'm fucking sleeping? And they would smash, and it would be like an hour long, and I'd just be like, bro, I have to wait for you until you're done, you know. And one day they moved out like 3 months.
Did that
into
make you
living
a
here.
little jealous?
Yeah, I don't get nothing.
Yeah, when I
sitting here with my
the
fucking
first day I
dick
was
in
in
my hand.
Vegas and I walked out of my hotel room, like the room right across, I could hear them. I was like,
Some
Shit.
bullshit.
You know who lives?
Yeah,
You know who lives there?
I was like, yo, I'm about to call the cops.
Yo, you know who? Upstairs, regular guy. Next door is an 80-year-old woman. So she had to hear the brunt of it.
She's like, nah.
This girl was moaning. You can go on the hallway. You could hear her. It was
I
hilarious.
don't understand girls that are so loud.
I'm loud as shit. I'm loud.
Is that
as
just an
fuck.
act?
I feel
I'm
like
so loud.
I feel like yo, I have to either be like wasted
But it
or
also
like
depends.
high
Yeah.
to be real loud.
Oh no, I mean I
Because-
only fuck when
Dead
I'm
silence.
not
I'm
sober.
dead
So
silent.
I've only lived on my own for 3 years, and even
Yeah,
when
no, I don't know.
even now,
Pretty
like I'm
celibate.
not even that loud when we fuck.
I mean I don't do sober sex, so I don't know what that's like.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not really good at sober sex.
Well,
I don't
How?
do sober sex.
like you don't
dude.
fuck at all sober.
No.
I can't come
Yeah.
like if I'm.
I mean I did when I was like in a relationship,
I try not to come.
That's
but now that I'm
crazy.
not, I need to fuck
you
drunk.
try not to come.
Oh wait, I used to
What are you, like,
I used to take an
edging?
Adderall. Yeah,
That's the whole
I used
game.
to take an Adderall and split up into like 4 pieces and take it right before I fucked. it literally keeps your dick hard and you can't feel a thing. And the girl's like, "Why are you still hard? Why won't you come?" I'm like, "There's literally nothing you could do to make me come because it's an amphetamine.
So
It's impossible."
what do you get out of it?
Because
Like,
I was
four-stroke
because
gang.
I'm a deviant. I just wanted to sit there and fuck for like 4 hours.
Yeah.
All right, man.
It's stupid.
But doesn't the girl just like, okay, like we're both not gonna come?
No,
so, like...
she's gonna come. Imagine, no, she's gonna
I can
come, but
fuck multiple
me,
times.
but me, I didn't care because all I wanted to do was I wanted to drink wine, smoke weed, and fucking take Adderall, and that's what I did for like 5 hours.
It's quite the buffet.
Yeah, it was. She was
I can
great.
fuck for hours. It gets exhausting though.
Well, at 28, I can't fuck that much right now. I'm out of the
Nah.
game. I'm too old. Nobody likes me.
Yeah, I'd be falling
You're not
asleep
that old.
nowadays.
Nah, like I could go maybe 3 rounds. I think because we're both girls.
Vanessa's here,
Yeah.
so you could confirm all these allegations.
We go like 3
We could turn to you as a
rounds,
panel.
and then that's it.
Yes.
like-
Yeah. Is that true?
You go like what 3-4 rounds and
Are
that's
these
it?
facts?
3-4 rounds.
3-4
Vanessa,
rounds.
3-4 rounds.
Not every single time.
A day?
No.
A week?
A week.
All right, that's not
maybe.
bad. You guys are in a long-term relationship, so you guys gotta probably spice it up.
Yes. Yeah. We have some bumps in the road, but you know.
Have you guys moved on? You're probably past like magic wand phases and glass. Have you like moved into your glass
What's a
dildo? era?
magic wand?
Have the
never-
fucking thing that looks like this
The
and
ma-
shit.
no, not that. It's the one where it's like a big handle with a round
Yeah,
top
that's
and it
the wand,
vibrates. It's
yeah.
tremendous.
Oh yeah,
I love
yeah.
my
It looks like
wand.
a
It
back
is a
massager.
it is a like you. I mean,
They
you
don't
put it
you
right
guys
on the
don't really
clit.
use toys, right?
We don't really use.
I'm
toys.
telling you, first thing to invest in, both of you, magic wand.
Oh, I have one.
You put it right on the clit. Eat some pussy. It's if you don't come from that, you're a monster.
Yeah.
Monster.
It enhances.
I
our
could put it on
orgasm.
my cock,
I've
and
came
it's
like,
fucking crazy. You could put it on the G spot of a fucking dick, and that's how great that fucking machine
I've
is.
came like multiple times.
You
with
could
that
come.
shit.
A woman
gotta
can
get
come
You
30
do.
fucking times.
Yeah.
From just the magic
Yeah.
wand. That's why all
The
these
only
small dick
thing-
motherfuckers out here that say they can't get it done. I go,
Facts.
listen to me. You got to invest.
The
Get a
only
wand.
thing with
For what?
like the wands and like vibrators, I feel like that desensitizes me a little bit. so.
The magic wand is magic. Literally,
It's witchcraft.
what it is.
Yeah.
It's not going in.
No,
it's
I know.
playing with it's fucking with the clit.
Yeah.
So that's what it's different than it's different than a dildo that has
Vibration.
like vibration and ridges and shit like that because you can get used to that shit and then you
Tuna
know.
knows a lot of shit about fucking
Yeah, he's
Now,
a
what
vibrators.
are you, Dr. Drew?
I'm a
He's a
fucking
fucking
dildo.
white
I like
boy.
dildos, bro. I want to get a glass set.
He's a white boy. What does that
If I
mean?
can afford
Yeah,
it-
they're the freakiest.
If I can afford a glass set of dildos, I would get it immediately.
They be wanting to do the wildest shit.
I'm serious. 'Cause,
Tuna,
like,
I
It
have
gets like a chip in
question.
it, and it's just the ruins. The,
no, I mean,
Do
no,
you
glass
ever
is hard
do?
as hell.
Did I ask him this last time? Do you ever do like butt stuff or no?
Huh? No, I don't know if we talked. I don't think we talked about it, but
Okay.
I've had couple situations where it's happened, and I don't think I'm really ready yet because I fucked up my anal experience with myself when I was like 18. I had a gay man named John who was his dancer.
Okay.
He was like really into me, but I'm not into guys.
Yeah.
But he was compelling. So he's like, look, when you're in the shower one night, and he was like 27 at the time. He's like, you should stick a finger in your ass and see how it
I
feels.
thought you were gonna say he danced for you. I'm like, oh my.
Yeah, he fucking danced for me.
So you stick the finger in your
I thought
ass.
he
But
was,
he,
I, thought he was
I
gonna
was in the,
say
I was in the
that
shower,
He
and
was
I,
gonna get in the shower with
yeah,
him.
no, yeah. That would be the
It's just
fucking
horseplay.
But he, I was in the shower and I stuck a finger in my ass. I'm like, this is
Which finger?
this finger.
Oh,
But it was
okay.
awkward. It was like
Index
it,
finger
it
for
wasn't.
our listeners.
It was like imagine like I was molesting myself. So so I didn't feel really
You
good.
gotta go on the outside, just like take a little bit.
No, I had
before.
Chinese. I've been to a bunch of Chinese massage parlors where they stuck a thumb in there. They licked my ass.
And it just
But it's just
wasn't-
nothing. It's not compelling enough for me to go down that road. I'd
Gotcha,
rather
gotcha.
be in like a long-term relationship where I could like diaper style
Yeah.
pop me up, and then maybe if a girl is like I'm really cool with her and we're that comfortable and I shave my ass,
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
we're
Duff
you know
gotta shave that
because
ass.
I you know like
No, I feel you on that. That's when
I'm not preparing my beehole for just
I only
anybody.
did like butt stuff with her. Well, on purpose. Because stuff has happened where it wasn't on purpose.
Okay.
With my butt, but on
Yeah,
purpose.
that's not bad.
Yeah, but
Those are moves.
I
It's
mean,
it really
like-
depends on what you like. I mean,
yeah.
you have to try.
I was against it until like we started.
Yeah, but you guys have like a long term
Exactly.
comfortability. Like
Yeah.
it's imagine meeting like taking case like there's this like Brazilian girl that I'm gonna hang out with hopefully tonight, right? She's Brazilian, so like she could probably lick my ass if I asked her to, but it's like I'm not
Because she's
comfortable.
Brazilian.
No, but
Does she have a Brazilian?
No, she.
You'll probably lick her ass.
Yeah, you could. I mean, I stuck my nose in someo's ass.
Well, yeah,
This
you
is a
gotta.
joke.
You gotta get in
It's
there.
beautiful, but like someone coming near mine because I got to be more comfortable. I need like some time.
Well, do you get your balls like sucked down or licked?
I
I
don't
feel like this is a lot of information.
No, it's not. It's not. I love this talk. So you can
Ball
keep going.
ball sucking is really dependent on someone's.
I love sucking balls.
No, but like someone's skill in a blowjob. Like it's almost like hey, it's like eating pussy. Like if you're like oh like lick this part or that, but if they're not good overall, it's kind of just fucking whatever. You got a savage that's like covering you in spit and jerking you off and fucking looking at you and spitting in your mouth, and you're like, all right, so if they suck your balls, you're like, this is fantastic. Thank you for this addition.
Yeah,
to
but if they
this.
don't know what the fuck.
But if they're sitting there like
yeah.
just sucking the tip and they're like, oh, let me go down to your balls, and they do this like weird fucking 18-year-old lick, and then they're like, all right, I'm done over here. I'm like, okay, you didn't
That
really
was
have to do that because
boring.
like now it's just.
didn't do anything.
It didn't
for
do
me.
anything. That's why
Yeah.
I don't force anybody to like fucking suck my dick or anything like that. So I'm like, if you can't do it, don't practice
Don't
on
do
me.
it. Yeah.
You're wasting your time. I'm just, I got no time. I work too much.
So cool.
Yeah.
Sean, add.
I have 0.
I love
That's why I'm
dick talk.
silent. 0.
I like it. I like playing with balls. It's my
What do
You
you
never
think-
had your balls licked?
Do you know?
Sean?
Do you,
Yeah.
do you know where
But-
the?
That was like 3 years ago.
No, here's a good question. Do you know where the G spot is on a man's dick? Not you.
Nope.
Where the G spot is in a man's dick? No, where is it?
Okay, so
It's in the.
I didn't know
it's in
this
the
because I was.
butthole.
I want to know
The
because
prostate.
No,
It's
there
not
is
the
there's
bullshit.
one there. There's one there. I used to hang out with this heroin addict. I didn't know that this.
What the fuck?
I didn't know this.
We're just gonna breeze past that.
She was on methadone. She got raped when she was a kid, so she was like kind of fucked up. She's a real pretty girl, but me and her were both screwed up. I thought it was the butthole, but then actually right above the balls at the stem of the dick is almost like a joystick for a fucking cock. The way that I found this out was at the time I thought when you had sex with somebody or someone gave you a blowjob, you just come once and then you sort of like regroup and you go to your next fucking coming, right? I didn't know that there was like you could come 2 or 3 times as a guy in like 6 minutes. And she did
Oh,
shit.
so you got hard right away after?
No, I stayed hard, and she just kept making me come, and I was just like,
Oh.
"What are you fucking doing?"
So
and
it wasn't pre-cum.
she
It
didn't
was
even suck my dick. She just did it with her finger. So she would play like this with the stem of my cock.
Oh, like.
And when
okay.
I mean volumes, I was like, I'm gonna reproduce an entire village, whatever the fuck's coming out of my body. But she to this day, she made me come maybe 4 times in 10 minutes, and I. When I was seizuring, I almost like fucking broke my neck. I was like, because then when it never happens to you, you're like, dude, like you don't even know what the fuck to do. Like that's how crazy of a scenario it is,
That is.
you know.
wild.
But that really is a
Wait, were you on heroin at the
no.
time?
She was on methadone because she was a recovering heroin addict.
But you weren't on any drugs.
I
when
was
this
no, I
happened?
was smoking pot and like doing
Okay.
ecstasy and mushrooms and shit
Oh.
like that. But she was a real she was 21, but she was dating like 40-year-old guys. Like I was another fuck in her.
Did she rob you?
Huh?
Did
No,
she
she
rob
didn't rob
you?
me. She was a good girl. She was
Besides the heroin.
no, she was on methadone. It's a different thing.
Yeah, well,
She's a
that's
recovering.
recovering.
She's a
yeah.
recovering heroin addict. She's not. I wasn't like going out there like, oh, you're on crack, please. You know, I met her on fucking OkCupid. I don't know.
All right. Dating sites.
It's a lot of revealing
Sean-
information about myself
Sean's
on the
just
internet.
like shaking his head, like fuck. Who is this guy?
This is how I sit here when he talks about this shit normally.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I'm like,
Anyway.
all right, well,
You guys asked me to share.
Anyway.
Jesus.
didn't.
Anyway.
judgment here.
We did. I kind of did make him
Yeah,
share.
you did.
I,
You asked.
I like to ask a lot of questions.
Yeah, so I
So,
answered.
I like
Jesus.
I like sex talk, so I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't mind it either. It's just what it is.
It's SAG season, and his birthday's next week. So.
I want to ask you, like, because you guys saying, I
season.
still think out of all, you're one of the savages I've met in my life. So
Second thought.
the techniques and skills that you've acquired over years of being a soldier, your boy, I want to like, hey, do this,
You know what's funny?
monkey style.
You know how everybody's doing like that 10-year thing? Like, oh, this was me 10
10
years
years
ago. This
ago.
is me now. Like those pictures side by
Yeah.
side. So I went to go find like a picture from like 10 years ago, and I'm looking and I see like I'm starting to get closer, and I'm like, the one picture I find from 10 years ago, it's like me and like fucking 3 bitches on me, and I'm just like, wow.
Well, people, when I knew Tara, Tara would walk in. You're like, how do you have 5 bitches with you? And they're all hot.
It just made
You never walked in. It was never a situation where you walked in where it was like, here's one ugly muffin and a 5. It was 9, 8, 10. And they were all crazy.
Did you show this
They
to
all had
Vanessa?
fucking snake
No.
eyes and fucking crazy piercings.
shows dude. I'm just like,
Yeah,
yeah.
look at these are tremendous bitches. Look at them.
was
And you were
just-
fucking all these fucking hoes. You
And it-
were fucking great.
I
You're
mean,
my hero. I mean, I aspire to be as savage
we
as
gotta
you.
show
Sorry,
show
Vanessa, you
them
don't know.
too. But I was just like, damn, I've come a long way. And like, I always felt like I never had like a hoe
Whole face.
Face.
phase.
You were a
yeah.
hoe whisperer.
But I think I just wasn't like paying attention.
Yeah.
I
Paying
think-
attention. You would walk into the Love Shack in fucking Belleville with 5. We'd be like 8 guys, and 5 chicks would show up, and then like 30 other people would show up because they're like, look who we got here.
Yo,
You were a savage, man.
yeah, nah, not anymore.
To this
Settle
day, you want to know
down.
the creepiest moment I've ever had with you?
What?
We were at Cheech's house, right?
Oh.
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm by
talked about this on
the
Did we?
last pod, right?
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shout out to Cheech
I was-
getting married and
He's
shit.
getting married.
But
This short
you
prick.
guys had Mike on the pod like what 2 episodes ago?
Yeah.
we had him on the last one.
Oh, last
No,
episode.
it wasn't. It was 2.
Oh, yeah,
Fucking
too.
idiot.
I listened.
Jesus.
I listened.
I don't know.
But yeah.
Yeah, he was
Is that
funny.
who that was?
Mike's fun. Mike's my
Yeah, Mike. Yeah.
He's like the great. His laugh is hilarious.
he's really funny, and he's a
no,
smart
Mike
dude.
was a cool guy.
He's
I
the
was-
best. I love him.
We like chilled at like just hung out, didn't like hang out at like parties all the time. Like I chilled with him a few times.
Yeah, he's probably like my best, as close of a friend as I could have.
Or,
Aw.
Aww.
Indian tear.
Oh my god.
It's problematic.
Anyway,
Okay.
since we're talking about I don't know
Butt stuff? I'm like butt,
butt
stuff.
stuff. Yeah, do you see that E. coli's back? Fucking Chipotle didn't have lettuce yesterday. I was so mad.
Oh, my This is
I
the
hate
second time
them.
they've had it, right?
No,
It's like
the
the
fucking
1000th
10th time.
time.
Vanessa's like E. coli and Chipotle have like a toxic relationship.
Remember
Yeah,
Taco Bell had
seriously.
it?
Taco Bell
Yeah.
had a problem with it. It's the problem
It's
is
the
where
lettuce.
It's the fucking lettuce.
it's not. It's the lettuce, but it's also like how much they're sourcing.
Yeah.
You gotta understand, like when someone's buying like that much from one
Thousands
place,
of pounds. and shit.
thousands of pounds of something.
Mhm.
It's and people are like, I can't believe this would happen. Like, do you know how hard it is to regulate the shit?
Yeah.
It's like, bro, they had metal shavings in the meat. What do you mean? You
Yeah,
can't believe
yeah.
it?
Like it's the
Yo,
thing
where
is,
was that
Taco Bell.
yeah,
It tastes so good.
I still
though.
went there.
Yeah.
There was blood.
I was like,
in the
good,
Wendy's
cut my throat
ketchup.
up.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, there was blood in the Wendy's ketchup.
Where was that?
In Patterson. Where the fuck else?
Oh, just one place. I thought you meant
Yeah.
generally.
We talked about this last time too, because remember we talked about the dude with his finger in
Yeah,
the jelly?
yeah, you're right, you're right.
Anyway,
It's almost like playing a game of probability. Like, what's the chance of it happening? Even if it's 0.01%
We
out
all
of
make
thousands
mistakes.
of
If I
scenarios.
found a finger in my food, I'd be like,
yeah, but
yes.
you
That's a
know,
lot
I'm
of
getting
money.
I'm
fucking
suing
paid.
tonight.
you know what it is though. Like, if the batch is tainted, like the whole thing is, it's not just one part of the lettuce.
Yeah, but
it's
that's
all
why
the
we
fucking
have.
lettuce.
But that's why we have these. That's why things get scanned, and they have these They have these scanners so they could see where it was. You understand? Before they used to be like, "Oh, you got lettuce in Mexico? Well, just ship it to fucking Missouri and sell it on the fucking street." Then your aunt fucking
Why is it
dies.
only the Mexican food places? that
No,
have
not
these
even
issues?
not even Mexican. Dude, all places suffer from this shit.
McDonald's ain't never let me down.
Nah, there's.
I've never been like, oh, can't go to McDonald's. I got bullshit in
No,
the food.
every major company has gone through this because they're sourcing too much.
McDonald's probably just doesn't tell us.
McDonald's,
Word,
yeah.
no, McDonald's. The McChickens were found with crazy ground random meat.
Yeah.
Years ago,
Yeah,
they got
they
found.
did. They're
They
like
found
their
they were-
chicken and shit.
They were trying to find out what was in the McChicken.
Remember the
None of it was chicken.
Remember the nuggets, the pink shit?
Then
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and then they had to come out with an advertisement like it's now all white meat. It's like what
Yeah.
was it before?
They had to change it. They had to change. They literally had to swap everything out because
Yeah.
people. You could look. I used to eat a McChicken. You could look inside of it.
You can see the eyeball.
Gray.
Yeah.
you
it was
could
like
see,
chicken
Right.
patties in school
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
shit.
Remember, you used to get those eyeballs and be like squishy, like bouncy.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You
That
couldn't
was-
chew them. Yeah, I remember
Yo,
that.
but remember mad cow disease too? When was that?
Yeah.
Like 2007?
Mad cow, yeah.
I what? That
Yeah.
was 07?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
that
I
was a
feel-
while ago. Mad cow
yeah.
disease.
Have
Where they
you-
had a problem with. Where they have. A
I
problem
thought
with
that was
American
like some shit in the 1800s.
No, it was recent. It was very recent because the thing is, like when you're overproducing some product, and this is for everything, like lettuce, chicken, anything you want, you're gonna have problems in the population.
Don't they
Yeah.
have some new disease in China that's like fucking people up and they were burning
No,
them?
they-
They burning people.
What the
They have
fuck?
they have an outbreak of the actual Black Plague,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
hysterical.
That's wild.
That shit killed 40% of Europe.
Yeah.
It changed the carbon
Wait, how did it
emissions
come
of the
back
planet.
then?
Huh?
How did it come back?
Because it's like anything else, like just a slight change Like you have, let's say you have an antibiotic, right?
Yeah.
And on a molecular level, shit is reproducing and keep fighting and blah 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 blah. After a certain
becomes
point,
immune to
one
it.
changes a little bit, and then it becomes immune to it.
Yeah,
but it could
yeah.
be still as like the Black Plague or some other shit, you know. And
Yeah, did you see like the protesters that people were like screaming because they were videotaping them because like the cops were taking them away and just like these people were just
In
being
China?
murdered. Yeah.
Oh
So,
yeah, because they're communists. They could just start.
I think in Hong Kong they
Yeah.
were like, my name is blah blah blah, and like I won't kill myself because they were pretty much like killing these people and saying that they killed themselves, like the Jerry Epstein shit.
Oh,
Same shit.
well, there it's you gotta say it's like everything is government controlled.
Mm.
So it's not like here where it's like you have like no matter what you feel about CNN or Fox, but they're just essentially privately owned corporations.
Yeah.
There it's like essentially like you have China running essentially their own campaign of like going like, oh, these people they're having tear gas and they're throwing bombs and shit like that. They may not be doing any of that. Like you don't
Yeah.
know you can't know what's coming out of the information.
Well, that's even like CNN and Fox. We don't know if that shit's legit.
The
That
thing
shit's
is,
fake news.
No, their shit
Fake
is
news.
their shit is even
Fake
worse.
as fuck.
They have the story and they spin it towards their angle. So they spin it towards their viewer base.
Yeah.
Over there, they don't even have this. You don't even know what the story is. You just have like, oh, here's this reference point. I'm from Turkey, right? So let's say when they invaded Syria last year in Turkey, the thing was, oh, there's this huge militia building up in Syria that's Kurdish forces that are against the democracy of Turkey. That was the campaign that was run on the largest news network in Turkey. And so
but say like a person like me or you wanted to inform people and start our own like I don't know website just telling people what actually is going on.
The,
Yeah,
government,
so-
the government will kill you.
yeah, so you
That's
got
what I'm
you
saying.
no, but, like,
That's what'll
the thing is like
happen?
in America,
I don't think so.
America, you could
Fuck
say
the
that.
government.
You
Yeah.
could say that. So, but like, let's take our population in America, and you're trying to convince people of something, right? You're like, hey, have this evidence and this data. Here's what it says, right? Do you think that like the dumbasses that are watching these shows are going to listen to your opinion? They don't. They don't search anything else. The
I don't know. There probably
No.
are people that listen
No.
to our like podcasts.
But that's no. I'm
and-
saying, but there's a percentage of people that will. But most of these sheep, they don't hear nothing. The people that listen to Fox, even if something that CNN says is true,
Yeah.
they won't listen to.
Yeah.
The people listen to CNN and Fox might say something that's true,
Yeah.
they won't listen to.
Yeah, you're right.
So at the end of the day, it's like you're trying to convince people that are literally they're so subscribed to their ideologies. You can't convince them of
well,
nothing.
that's
No.
what Andrew Schultz was even saying. I keep fucking referencing him.
He's
Shout
a
out
great
to
reference.
Yeah, I know. That's one of my
we just
favorite
saw
comedians.
him,
Reference
so-
away.
Shout out to Andrew Schultz. But
Smart
that's what he
dude.
was saying. He was like we all want at the end of the day we all want the same shit. It's just we're so divided with certain things. Like we just can't find common ground. But we do all want the same shit at the end
It's
of the
Yeah.
day.
the thing that's become here now is that once you align one way, you can't ever be anywhere near the middle. Right?
Yeah,
Like you take
yeah,
someone.
yeah.
There's a great meme out
But
there.
I think our generation, I feel like I'm more middle ground than anything.
All of us
Yeah.
are because
Yeah.
I'm somewhat like it's like take someone like
I'm
me.
all over the place.
Yeah, like
so
we could be like I'm someone
Yeah,
who's
bitch, we know you were all over the place
I'm all
today.
over the place.
You were fucking late. You were 40 minutes late.
Bitch, you keep coming at me for being late.
Shit.
no, but
coming at me.
but seriously, like if you take someone like me or someone like Sean, like Sean is a real good character because Sean breaks a lot of boundaries that people don't seem to understand. Like he'll easily like he's someone like me. Like we'll say fuck Trump, but he'll immediately follow up be like, you know what? Fuck all the presidents.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
he'll-
we're-
he'll
fuck
say-
Obama,
no,
too.
No, but like
Yeah.
I
no,
don't
no,
give a fuck
Yeah.
about that.
no, but
nigga.
look,
Fucking
no,
hate
but
all of them.
he'll
He
say
seems like a cool black dude.
No, but-
fuck him as
no, but he
president.
says fuck Obama, but people look at that and go, oh, he must be. Then if he says fuck Obama, then he must
Be Trump.
either pro-Trump or he must be some sort of weird libertarian.
Oh, I get those.
neo
I get
something.
Trump people with that all the time. I'm like, fuck Trump. They're like, well, Obama.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and they go,
fuck him
"Fuck
too. And
Obama."
then they're like,
But
Well, yeah.
okay.
they have no
it's
art.
like you have to be one or the other.
Yeah,
like,
but-
no.
That's the thing. Like when
Fuck that.
when somebody can't label you, then they're uncomfortable.
They're
Yeah, they don't know what
Yep.
to do.
Well, how do you?
Yeah.
Well, how imagine like someone in particular? I'm like I'm pro LGBT, right? But I'm pro.
You better be bitch.
No, but the thing is, you understand? No, but it's personal to me with
Yeah.
my sister.
Oh, word,
So it's like
word.
in a sense, like I have a personal scenario with it.
Yeah.
Also from the culture that I come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like when people hear that, but I'm like, yo, but I'm also like kind of like in many ways like I'm semi pro gun control. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't sit
That's
necessarily.
like me.
I'm not nestled specifically somewhere. So when
Yeah.
when you have people come at you where like I had a vegan friend on Facebook He goes, you got to see this documentary, Game Changers, and you got to be a vegan, blah, blah, blah. I go, listen to me, bro. I watched the documentary. It's compelling. The evidence they use is fucking cherry-picked to the tit. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful fucking movie. It convinced my barber to become a fucking vegan. It's a Puerto Rican man at 50 fucking years old who stopped eating fucking meat. And I go,
No more pernil for him, I guess.
no, but it's
Pernil? How do you say?
Pernil.
Pernil.
but it is what it
the
is.
fuck
And I
is
go,
it's
Pork.
like pulled pork.
Oh,
like
shit.
Puerto
But
Rican
that
Dude.
shit
pulled
is
pork.
so slapping.
bro.
It's better than pulled pork.
bro,
Well, it's-
mofongo.
It's Puerto Rican
Holler.
pulled pork.
So
It just,
Fuck up
Oh,
mofongo.
so it's okay. All right.
it's just seasoned differently than
I can eat
actual...
barbecue every day until I died. One day later
yeah.
I
from
love
eating it 3
pork.
times.
Yeah.
I saw a fucking video on Instagram of like a fucking big
I'll
pork
grab another
belly,
beer.
just like crispy as shit, getting sliced, and I was like drooling. I
But
fucking love pork.
I follow like mad barbecue guys on YouTube
Oh
just to
my
watch them
God.
cook briskets and shit.
Yeah,
I
like...
And
fucking love
I
that shit.
watch it while I eat my nasty food that I have. Like
that's
I'll
why-
buy a Big Mac and I'm like, this tastes like brisket right
I
now.
don't know how people, I don't know how people could not like stop eating
Fucking blow up. You
stop eating meat. I just love meat so much.
I know.
Speaking as
yeah,
a lesbian,
vegans are annoying as shit.
You
They're the
remember-
most annoying fucking people on the
Yeah.
planet. I don't
It
give a
used to
fuck
be
what anybody
CrossFitters,
says.
and then vegans is like, why hold my beer?
I don't understand. Like, it's,
Really, I heard about vegans before. I heard about like fucking.
I heard about
CrossFit.
like
Yeah,
people like
me
the
too.
RZA are vegan, but I didn't know that until he was on Joe Rogan. I guarantee you, but vegans now they're like, don't
Yeah.
eat that. It's this and it. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit
Yeah,
about the environment. I want the
yeah.
apocalypse. Fuck this whole shit. Let's get out of here.
I was actually watching, so I don't know if you guys see the show Explained on Netflix, but there was an episode about exactly the meat industry, I guess,
Yeah.
and how they're like creating meat in like these labs.
so they created
like,
they created essentially in a
it's
petri dish.
disgusting.
They
Oh, it's like
created
shrimp.
Yeah, they make it out of the cells, and
Well-
now they're trying to put it in plants.
Yeah,
Wait,
so it's like they're
shrimps created in a lab.
No.
In a farms. In farms.
No,
Oh,
they
okay,
haven't.
okay.
They haven't
In
made
India.
No, but they
There's
haven't
a-
made it. They haven't made one in a petri dish yet. They
No, no, no,
produced-
no,
They
that's what I'm
produced.
saying. They
They
make it in
produced
a
a
farm,
burger in a
Isn't-
petri dish.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah.
tilapia like?
It's a man-made fish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's not in the
It's
ocean
not,
yet.
yeah, it's not
Yeah.
real.
I won't eat tilapia just for that.
I
reason.
don't. You know,
My mom used to love
But my-
that shit. I'm like, that's not a real fish. And she's like, what?
But you know what their question was about that was like people are so against like the lab created meat, but no one ever says anything about the shit that they put in the animals already.
True.
So it's like the same fucking
Yeah, but
thing.
the major problem is still always like you could talk about the meat and stuff like that, but it's just like it's really how people are living is the main fucking problem. You know, you look at the cultures that live the longest and live the healthiest. They're not eating like animals. They're eating reasonably, a couple times a day. The
Yeah.
American diet is so calorie loaded at every fucking point,
Yeah.
from breakfast, lunch, and dinner,
Yeah.
that people when
Aren't
they go.
Italians like that too?
Huh?
Don't they eat big meals?
Yeah,
all
but the thing
time?
is, they eat big meals. But the thing is, they have rest periods. Their work days are different. They
Yeah.
take a huge hiatus in the middle of the day.
yeah.
And what they're eating is like
They
it's like
have like siestas, like
no,
in Mexico.
they have siestas. But
Yeah.
I'll make a good example for you. In people like Turkey and like Middle Eastern diets, Italian diets, Greek diets, they're eating a lot, but they're eating a lot of healthy things.
Yeah,
so like
salads
it's not
and
it's not
shit.
just carb loading.
Yeah.
What's happening in America? So when people talk about oh meat's the fucking problem, I go meat's not the fucking problem. You
No.
can't have someone who's sedentary eating 7,000 calories a day.
It's a good. You have to have a good balance. Everybody.
Exactly.
Balance, but none. Like if you see fat people in fucking Turkey, and these fat fucks are real fat, but they go play soccer on the weekends. 300 pounds, they fucking run around with a
They're
soccer ball,
active.
and
They're active.
you see a fucking fat fuck here who's 220. I can't move.
You
My
mean-
ankles don't work.
You mean me? You mean me?
I can't walk.
Yeah.
I can't go to the gym with you. I gotta watch this
Right,
Netflix.
I stand up for 20 minutes as a fucking rap.
Me and Vanessa went to the dollar store yesterday because my fucking drain at home is like filling up. So I'm like, let's just get like the cheap ass Drano that they got there. So we're
Gotta
in
get a
line
snake.
at the register and there's this large woman in front of us.
She black.
No, she was actually white. But
I bet she
so
smelled
we
like
were
cheese.
at the Dollar Tree
Or
Yo,
mayonnaise.
she smelled really bad. But anyway, she tells the cashier, she's like about to leave. She's like, "I'll be back in a few days for some more hot dogs." And I'm
Oh
like,
my
If you see,
God.
go walk through a Stop and Shop and watch what people buy.
dollar
They-
store hot dogs though?
No,
fam?
it's
Like
nothing.
that?
Watch what
Nah.
people buy their kids. They got
No, yeah,
they,
people
they,
buy some crazy
You go to
shit.
Stop and Shop. They have They have
Or go to
12
Walmart.
packs of cupcakes. 12 of them for $5. And they load up the fucking cart.
Yeah.
Then they go and buy soda. And the kid's already fucking bloated. And the mom's like, he's got to eat, right? he needs to live. And
Yeah.
it's like,
But those fat
Not
kids are
fucking
always the ones that
cupcakes and
end up being
soda.
like fucking jacked with 8 packs
but they
later on.
no, the thing is like I kid you not, like they go, I guess we'll give you some vegetables. Here's broccoli covered in cheese because that fucking makes sense.
Bruh,
That's
every
dumb.
person
Disgusting,
I
dude.
know that used to be fat as a kid is like jacked
And
now.
a lot of
I used to be like a fucking
no,
rail.
and
Now
I'll tell you right now, a lot of fucking people that I knew that had fat parents that were fat as a kid are fucking fat right now.
Oh yeah.
There's plenty. It's just
Yeah, none of those people
just
I knew have
depends.
fat parents.
yeah. If you have fucking fat parents, dude, it is
a wrap.
hard out there.
I was gonna say it's in your genes, so like sometimes it's hard to even just.
Yeah, but
have-
it's never treated as a psychological addiction, right? Except for the people that view it as it is. When they have an
True.
overeating problem. Like if
Yeah.
you're there snorting coke every fucking day, you got a fucking problem. It's the
Yeah.
same dude as getting. There's people that go to McDonald's 6 times a fucking
But
day,
that's the thing.
and they
that-
say they're disabled. They're
I-
like, I need fucking welfare.
But that's the thing. Like you watch,
I'm those people.
you watch TV.
That's you. I know.
That shit's
That's why I was looking at you while I was saying
That's
it's
me.
stupid. you
That
fat
shit's
piece of
fucking-
shit.
I'm gonna go get a
Force-
McGriddle right now.
Yo, McGriddles hit though.
They
They do.
with
But
an
that shit,
Americano.
that shit is force fed to you like by the media. Fuck it, you'll be on YouTube and you'll see fucking commercial for I don't know Taco
It's terrible.
Bell
You're
or some
talking.
shit.
You're talking about. There's a deeper problem
Yeah.
with how life is lived within a certain given amount of rules. The layman, the average person, when they say, "Here, you wake up, go to school, go to
Yeah.
college, you're gonna have a job, make some money, have these experiences," they're not looking. They're not looking at the game and going, "Wait, maybe I shouldn't be eating this much. Maybe I shouldn't be doing all these things." They do it anyway because they're people. They're sheep. We all live that fucking life.
Yeah.
No, I would never tell any. I'm like, I would never look at the average person who's lived here or anywhere and they've ended up in a poor fucking spot and go, "Oh, dude, it's your fucking fault." I go, you didn't choose to be alive.
Yeah.
And America right now, like nobody gives a fuck
Yeah, I
about
was gonna
health.
say
I'm
like
hungry as fuck right now.
Me too.
that lady.
Want some
at-
buffalo wings or that
that lady at the dollar store. She probably
Fucking
didn't
gotta go to Jake's.
choose
Hard
to
facts.
be that big and like want hot dogs every day, but that's just her
And-
life.
and
And,
my-
she might be happy. Shit.
Yeah.
And for real too, and to be real honest, the healthcare system that's hemorrhaging in this country, that's costing more money than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people like we have this diabetes problem. I go, yeah, we do. So what are we gonna do about it? They go, we need to develop better drugs to counteract diabetes. I go, you need to figure out how you can make lettuce taste like a
Well-
burger.
That's why I don't
because,
fuck with hospitals
Yeah.
because
Well-
they keep you sick.
because
Well, that's
essentially
why they got the Impossible Burger and
no,
the Beyond
yeah,
Burger
but the
and all that
Impossible
other
Burger is
shit.
not. This is
Didn't-
the problem. It's like fake meat ain't good for you.
I saw something
No.
about people suing Burger King because that burger's cooked on the same grill as the meat.
Yeah.
Obviously,
It's like, yo, get fucked,
They're not
vegans,
gonna-
eat shit.
They're not gonna have a separate
Obviously.
grill
Oh,
for
oh.
that shit. Yeah, I saw that too. That
No, but
shit's
for
fucking
real, but
stupid.
the
They
way
didn't even have a grill. It's a conveyor belt.
Well-
They put the meat on it and shit just fucking goes
That
under.
was another thing too. Supposedly they were getting Jared, what's his name, Kushner to fucking.
Oh,
run.
I thought you meant the subway.
No,
I'm like,
no,
he's in,
no, no,
he's
no,
in
no.
jail.
in jail
I
for
heard
kill
Ja-
like
I
fucking
heard Jared
fucking
and I was
kids.
like,
Yeah.
what?
No. Trump was gonna get fucking Jared Kushner to run the fucking like pharmaceutical whatever shit, and it's like he works for them. So what do you think he's gonna do?
So everything that happens in the Trump organization is pretty fucking clear.
Well, we got
what
real
you
people.
what you see is this idea of like free market economy capitalism. We're going to unregulate everything because we're going to let the market figure it out.
Yeah.
So what happens is a company that's worth $50 fucking billion goes out there goes, since there's no fucking regulation, well, we could just give them whatever the fuck they want. If you sell 1 million of something or 2 million of something at $100 a fucking pop, and you made $300 or $400 million, but the lawsuit only costs you $50 million, at the end of the day, that's a $350 million profit. You think a company gives a fuck whether they get sued? Ford got caught with this. GM got caught with this. They put out cars that were unregulated that had bad safety fucking problems. They sold millions of fucking cars. They made billions of dollars. Then when they got sued, they only got popped for $2 billion
Yeah.
by the government. So if you made a $50 billion profit and someone only hit you with a $2 billion tax, what's going to stop you from making $50 billion?
It's like pennies.
It's pennies to them. They go
Yeah.
$2 billion is nothing. You
Yeah.
have to hit them over the head for 75.
Yeah.
If you make $50 billion, you have to pay 75. But they won't do that, right? Because it's all interwoven.
And
There's
they
a
all
whole bunch.
fucking know each other.
You have to have a good lawyer too.
How many people does Ford employ? A couple 100,000, right? Well, they
Yeah.
go to the government like, well, you want these local economies to tank? If you sue us, we're gonna have to shut up. They go, all right. This is the same shit that's being played out constantly in front of me, and I go, cool, it's
Now,
whatever.
When I saw Ford versus Ferrari, I was like, good for him. They won that race. Now I'm like, man, fuck Henry Ford too.
Yeah.
Fuck all
Henry
of them.
Ford. Henry Ford is one of the most racist
Oh yeah, of
known people in history, quoted directly by
course. Like
Hitler.
Walt Disney.
He is
Yep.
Hitler directly references Henry Ford, like tried to honor him in Nazi Germany. as a like hero.
Oh no.
Seriously, Henry Ford, man. He was a literal known like legitimate
Racist piece
yeah.
of shit. Of course he was. What was
was
that?
a
The 40s? Of course he was.
No, it was earlier than that. The early 1900s. He created the Model T in 1905.
No, but when Hitler
Hitler
was
was
the 40s.
Hitler was even before. Hitler was in the 30s.
Oh, shit.
40s is when like World War II.
Forties.
Yeah. I know. I just added a UW to it.
We got real deep there. Tuna.
This shit gets me fired up
I
because
was
it's
gonna
like
say tuna's facts.
because this shit gets
I
me
hate
fired
that.
up because I see when I see people like we see it online all the time, people talking some bullshit. I go I'm no economist, but I'm not a fucking dope.
Yeah.
If you sit there and you go it's the greatest system on the planet. I go no, it's not, because socialism ain't the answer either.
No.
No, the people that say that are the ones who like fucking will go to a college football game, cheer on fucking Tua Tagovailoa, and then walk out and call somebody a nigga in the parking lot.
Yeah, easy.
Well, supposedly we were just talking about this. The dude that hit the guy with the helmet.
Oh, Myles Garrett, when he said he
Yeah.
called him a nigga?
Yeah.
I think he was bullshitting. Because he didn't say it up until after they handed out the suspension. And then he was like, well, he could have said that literally right there. Like, yo, he said this.
But
and it would have
don't
seemed more plausible.
Don't the fucking quarterbacks wear mics in their...
No, they have to. That's only certain games. They're like mic'd up, and they
Mic'd
know
up.
that they're mic'd up, so they don't say certain shit.
He probably did say it, and then like he knew
I
nobody
wouldn't.
would-
I wouldn't assume that. I mean, because if he really said that, you understand? Like,
If
there
he
wasn't
said
just a
that,
couple.
and then I hit somebody in the head, I would immediately
Yeah,
bring up. That's
the
why
first
I did
thing
it.
Yeah,
you-
he
yeah.
should have.
Yeah, I'd have been like, he called me a nigga, so
Yeah.
I fucking cracked his
'Cause
skull.
if
That's
you
a good reason.
if
yeah.
you if you heard that as the
fucking
first
racist
initial
story.
headline,
Yeah.
Mason Randolph called X the N word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They would have been like Mason Randolph, did you say that? And then it would have been a different story. You know what I'm
but
saying?
what if he denied it?
The thing is there's a whole bunch of other players around.
Yeah.
It wasn't just that it was like this isolated two players in one situation. You had four other people
I
around
think
him.
he was saying he said it when they were on the ground. That he said it, but it's just like, still, why
Yeah,
didn't you
it's the
say
first thing
that?
you
Why
would've
didn't
said.
you lead with that?
Because
that's what it was.
It's a clear it's a clear justification. If someone calls you the N word and you hit him over the head with a helmet,
So,
it's a fucking good justification.
Is he done now?
for
No,
the,
but a
for the-
season-
it's indefinite, but
his
players
appeal-
come back off of indefinite all the time.
His appeal failed though. He did fail his appeal. They said
But
it,
no,
yeah.
what his appeal was to come back this week.
This week, yeah.
like for the rest of the season. But Josh Gordon, who's now on the Seahawks, who was on the Patriots, had an indefinite suspension last year for smoking weed for like the 12th
That's so
time.
dumb. So
And
dumb. Just let him
he's
smoke
back.
weed. Like weed's
Yeah,
not gonna
the
make you
NBA
any
lets-
fucking better.
The NBA lets them smoke weed.
Weed's gonna slow you down. That's just not gonna make you.
No, not for a lot of people. There are plenty of people, like most people.
If you
that
get some like a good strain of sativa, maybe it'll make you a little bit
Yeah, but
better.
it's-
Nah, they smoke it for the
it's still a
pain.
no,
downer
they
for
smoke
me.
it for the pain.
Yeah,
They
for
want
the
to take
pain,
oxygen.
yeah,
They don't.
pain.
Want, they never. There's nobody smoking.
Yeah,
during the
because
game.
the
Yeah.
team doctors are like, here, take this fucking shit where you can just like run through a wall even though all your bones are broken.
But that was
Yeah.
like the thing with Michael Phelps when he smoked weed and everybody's making a big deal.
Yeah,
I'm
but he
like,
was at a party.
yeah, exactly. So who gives a fuck? What
Yeah,
he's
but the
doing?
thing is, in the NFL, it's just you got to understand. Like NFL is really built on the fact of like they use young black labor and like no matter
Yeah,
if they
it's
can
like-
get any shit, if they get any moment, if they can get any moment
Oh,
to
freedom.
to be like a prick in some
And once you
talented young guy's side, they'll do it. And it's not like they're inherently trying, but look who owns most of the NFL. Like it's literally just
I mean, once you get popped for it once, then they could, like Eric Reed, the guy who kneeled with Kaepernick.
Yeah.
When he came back, they tested him 5 times in 1 month.
Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that.
Because they were trying to get him out again.
yeah.
yeah, what's going on with Colin too? Because he was supposedly
Apparently nothing.
practicing or doing.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
but do you know,
fucking
like,
hate sports
He did
so
he
much.
did the work.
Sorry,
going to
all right,
sleep.
all
I'm
right,
going to
all
sleep.
All right. So
I didn't know you hate it. I'm sorry.
since we were talking about
Tangents.
Chipotle,
Dying for a second. I'm like,
She was like yawning.
we'll fucking change
God,
the
this is
subject.
terrible.
I yawned
Jesus.
like 10 times already.
God, these fucking idiots keep talking about sports.
What else y'all got?
Well, we were talking about Chipotle, and they're gonna be having
Yay,
a,
Chipotle, my
they're gonna
favorite
have
topic.
they're gonna have a drive-through.
Oh
too.
nah, that line gonna be
It's about
stupid long.
fucking time.
If they can't get it as good as the Chick-fil-A one, then fuck that. I'll
Well,
just go inside.
you
Fuck
know-
Chick-fil-A.
You know what?
Yeah,
I
fuck
don't-
Chick-fil-A, but their drive-through is like it's
Bad.
literally car.
But
It's
don't
like
they have 2 lanes at Chick-fil-A?
they do, but
Okay.
it's still like I've been to
Ass.
McDonald's with two lanes and the shit's
They
wrapped
got that
around the
shit at
building.
Wendy's too.
Sometimes
Yeah,
they don't
some
even
Wendy's got it.
use both lanes too. That's the whole thing. They only use one lane sometimes.
Chipotle drive-through, I think it's a long way to. I tell you right
I'm a-
now,
Yeah, they've
I
been needed to have this.
I fucking hate I hate.
Yo, they suck.
Would you like a
inside.
burrito and a dude? I don't even.
I hate when they give me an attitude and ask for plain white rice. I'm like, let me get plain white. They're like, I'm like, why isn't it right there though? There's an empty fucking thing.
Yeah,
Put the
but why
plain
do you
white.
want plain white?
Because I
Just
don't
the
like that
regular white
green
rice.
yellow shit. It tastes
No,
like lemon
that's-
or limes. I don't like that
That's
shit.
cilantro.
So why you don't like cilantro in your rice?
No, I can
lime
taste it.
rice?
What kind of fat are you?
No, I'll eat it. I stopped
Nasty.
asking for it because I got tired of getting an attitude.
Yeah, but why would you plain white rice?
Get
That's
the
like
brown rice. You can barely taste it.
Bro, just go
it's
to
like the fuck.
Guys.
Oh, let's go. Can I get unseasoned, undercooked fries at Wendy's?
Damn
Well,
right.
I don't eat the rice
Fat
or the
ass.
beans.
I want to be a
Fat ass N word.
damn right. You see this?
Just go
Fuck
to the
you,
Chinese
tuna.
spot.
Fat ass.
Bring your own rice. Just go to the
Yeah.
Chinese
I pull out a
spot.
bag of rice. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
can you cook this
Just
for
be
me?
like, no rice, thanks.
Yeah, no.
And bring your shit
don't
on
at
the
least
side.
eat the
understand. I need
burrito
my-
unwrapped so I can put the rice in it when I sit
Yo.
down.
I don't eat rice and beans when I go there, so.
But
I do.
yesterday we
I don't
went
get beans.
both of them.
Yesterday we were at Chipotle, fucking waiting for like 45 minutes because
Yeah,
the
nah,
line.
I don't do
we
that.
went to the one at Willowbrook. That
I
one
fucking
sucks.
hate
Oh
that
yeah, that's
one.
the worst one. The
Yeah.
line's
The
worst.
always like at the,
The
door.
worst.
And then I get
And they're
to,
stingy
I
motherfuckers
get
Yeah.
to
too.
the front of the line and no lettuce. I'm like, I wanted a fucking salad.
The only reason I hate the Willowbrook one, it is literally filled with all the rich kids from North Caldwell.
Yeah.
And then they come and
Total,
they're like, can I get a burrito?
That's the only two places they go is Chipotle and the Quick Check.
Just a little,
That's like right around the corner.
just a little bit of sour.
Jeannie, I'm gonna fucking kill you. In
Dude,
front, and they
I'm
sit there
like
and they
that.
sit there. They sit at the little tables and they're like, we're at Chipotle. Yeah.
Wait, and there was these two girls sitting there and they had fucking Panera. Like they were eating Panera in a fucking bread bowl right
I've
in front
done
of the Chipotle
I've done
fucking
that.
staff. The staff didn't give a fuck. They were
White
just
hose.
like, I was like,
Don't nobody care. Don't
No.
nobody give a fuck.
nah. But
right.
But yeah, lit.
So do I. I drank
I'm
like
excited
3
for
fucking
them.
beers.
should we wrap this up?
Whatever you want to do. It's your fucking podcast, B. What you got anything
what
else?
Well,
wait, Sean, go
Kirby,
take a piss and come back.
Do you want to talk about your confirmation or not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm getting confirmed.
What does that mean, by the way? Because I'm not into this. I'm not into any religious camps.
So basically, you get baptized, you get your communion, and you get your confirmation. Those are the holy
You
sacraments.
get to fuck the pastor, or is that like a?
And then the last one is marriage. So like,
You're gonna get married?
Essentially, no. But essentially, like those are the sacraments of the Catholic religion. So you're supposed to do
Okay.
all of them.
So do you? Is there like? Do they? All right, that's pretty good. How do you feel? How do you feel post confirmation?
Well, I haven't yet. I'm,
Okay,
I'm,
no. How
I'm
do you?
in the process.
Okay, so how do you feel right now?
like my first class.
Yeah, like how do you, like do you just be like, hey, I'm different now than what I was a week ago?
Well, I've been.
I don't know what question to ask
No,
with
you're
this.
good. No, because like for me, honestly, like I've been kind of trying to change my life around and like
Talk
a
about it.
more like trying to basically get rid of all these. Anything that's toxic, so it could be people or things or
Okay.
habits, you know.
That's not bad.
And I've been kind of like doing it slowly, and like
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to, be a better version of myself.
Okay, so you think this is an
And
accurate move?
This is just a part of it. And
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest, like the first class I took this morning was actually like there was a couple things I didn't like because Catholics are conservative as shit, so they hate.
And they also molest little kids.
like they fucking hate homosexuals and
definitely
they
hate
hate
kids.
abortion, which are two things that I'm really like strong. Like I have
Super
strong
into?
views about. Yeah, like I have strong views about
Super
abortion
into?
and
super
LGBT.
into abortion.
Yeah, I am super into abortion.
The way you said it was like, I'm about it. It's like, okay.
Yeah, like kill all the
Jesus,
fucking
God Christ.
babies.
God,
Kill
that's
all the
aggressive.
babies.
Yeah, you see all these memes like
Even me, like as a guy, I'm like, I'm not that into abortion. If it happens, I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, I'm all about killing the babies. But
Okay.
anyways, besides that, God isn't really into that. But it's cool though.
So were
'cause-
you always? Here's a series of questions. Or have you always been religious?
No.
Okay, so
it
is
came
this?
out of left field.
No, no.
Yeah, she was like, "Where did this come from?"
No, but when like
Would
when
you
I
watch Joel
no,
Osteen and you were like, this is some
I thought
tight
you
shit?
were
No,
joking.
not even.
No, but
Not
what
even.
no, to be real honest with you, how old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay, so you're 27. What compelled you?
Jeez, I'm the youngest person here.
What compelled you in the last
How old are you,
couple
Sean?
months
26.
to make that move? Like what? Not inherently in your life.
No,
like,
yeah, yeah.
where
Wait.
you said. Wait, hold on. Let me just ask a question because
Okay,
like this
okay.
is a specific question. You looked at your life.
Are
in
you
the
gonna stop my sister?
I know what the fuck. This is their shit. Shut up.
She was
You
cutting
have
me
to-
off when I was asking the question.
You have to preface this with that she's bipolar also.
No, I have borderline personality disorder.
Oh,
I am
okay.
sorry.
here we
okay.
go.
Believe me. I'm
Damn,
asking.
Tuna, we're both crazy.
You got dysphonia.
How am I
poor-
not? Yeah, and I have dysphonia.
Ask your question.
I'm
You're a fucking
I'm
phony,
asking
that's
this.
what you
I'm
are.
asking in a sense like when you're saying like, oh, I feel like I want to better my life, and I'm trying to make some steps towards it. This was an idea in your head where you're like, this is probably the right move.
So for me, yeah, basically, because for me, I'm not a religious person. I've always considered myself agnostic.
Okay.
I don't really believe in anything crazy,
Uh-huh.
but I think that, like, for example, my brother has been going for like the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
He's also the same as me, but he goes because he feels like
church.
my brother.
Shout out to Dave.
Yeah, my brother's been going to church for 3 years. His girlfriend is really Catholic, like extremely, which is, that's his choice. Nobody in my family, no one ever brought us up that way. That was his decision. And my thing was kind of like, I just want to go and see what it's about. Not necessarily, oh my God, I want to be Catholic now and all this other
Gonna
shit.
go to Hillsong?
It's more like, I just really want to learn. Because I'm a
No.
very, like I love to learn. I like to read. I like to hear people talk.
So,
for me,
what is it about?
that's
What is it about
is.
specifically Catholicism and not any other? I'm not saying like in a
Because
sense
if you're
like
Baptist,
go,
then you got to go to church for 5 hours.
No, but
and
I'm saying in a sense like I'm not
Nobody
saying
wanna do that.
No, I'm not. I don't mean that. I'm saying in a sense like whether Baptist or
Well,
Protestant or.
I was baptized Catholic, so
Okay,
I'm
all
kind
right.
of just
So there's-
following.
yeah.
I'm just kind of following the steps towards it. But it doesn't necessarily mean that
But
that's
you're-
what I'm choosing.
You were saying earlier that like there's some things you don't agree with it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nasty
Why
bitch.
wouldn't you like
Nasty hoe.
research a religion that kind of like aligned a little bit more?
But
with
that's
your
why I
beliefs?
wanted to go to the class because I
Just
felt.
feel it
Yeah,
out.
because I was like, you know what? I want to see the class. I want to see what it's about because they talk about a lot of shit from the Bible, but they also talk about real life shit.
Yeah, they reference it just
Exactly.
Like when I was
So
going
it's
to,
like Hillsong.
yeah. I was going to Hillsong in Montclair for like a little bit. I went with my
I
mom.
thought that guy had a way bigger house. This house is kind of small for the amount of money he got.
Who? Carl Lentz?
Yeah,
I don't even know where he lives, but
I googled it one day and I drove past it. I was like, damn.
oh,
Shit.
he lives in Jersey.
He lives in Montclair. That's why Justin Bieber was coming here because he goes to
Oh.
that Hillsong shit.
What
too.
do you
I've never
think?
seen him there because I go to the Wilmot on Sundays.
Nah,
with
he
my
doesn't
mom.
come all the time, but it was
No.
like 2 years ago. Like they were like, "Why is Justin Bieber?" in
No, but like this
Montclair?"
is
It was
no,
like,
no,
it's
this is
'cause-
like I want to like stay on this topic for a little bit. This is what compels someone? What what did you
the power of Christ.
No.
Kanye West.
No. Hear me out. Then shut the fuck up for a
Jesus
fucking
is
hot
king.
second,
I think
all right?
it's just
You fuck-
spirituality.
No,
to
but
be
no,
honest.
what do you feel? No. I'm asking you in the past X amount of months or few months that have been going by. What did you feel about your life that compelled you to say, "Hey, I think I need a drastic change in a direction for me to move forward"?
I think it's just been like the routine of life.
Okay. So you're
the
feeling yeah.
being so monotonous about
Mhm.
it.
Do you think it's like a combination of work and the people around you, or do you think it's a combination? It's
think it's
mainly
myself.
Yeah, it's
It's
almost like
me.
it's a personal
It's
habit.
me.
Yeah,
I think that if you don't find like something that really triggers you to want to change,
it inspires you. Yeah,
then you're not gonna change, and you're just gonna keep being, and you're just gonna be bitching about the shit that is
Yeah, so-
wrong in your life.
yeah. So this is almost like a catalyst for you to essentially move in a different direction, almost like a degree
Yeah.
change that's going to long term create a separation from the person you
Exactly.
are now to the person that you're going to become.
Yeah.
No, I just this to me is like one of those things where I find there's something that happens with, I don't know if it's just within society or people, but like right around between 25 and 30, people make incredibly drastic
Yeah.
moves. Whether it could be either
Yeah, like,
religion,
what?
going to have
That's when
spiritual.
your brain finishes forming and
Never
shit.
in a million years
Yeah,
would I
but
have seen myself doing this again.
Yeah,
like
I would say
no.
I would say it's like right when your brain finishes developing, but it's amazing. It's like almost like this emergence of your personality finally crystallizing into what it's supposed to be,
Yep.
and you're like sitting there and you're like, so many different people make these moves. I'm telling you, like as we're right around that age, so it's like. It's kind of crazy to see different approaches.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm not saying one's right or
Ain't
one's
never gonna
wrong.
Catch me in no
Yeah.
church.
I mean, it
Nope.
has to be
Never.
your.
It has to be your
fucking-
own decision.
Yeah.
I mean, people
As-
take different ways. Like,
Yeah.
like even you, like, I know that at one point you were kind of going to church too.
Yeah, yeah.
And then now you got into like the whole like yoga thing and whatever. So everyone kind of finds their own,
Yoga?
their
What?
own thing.
Yoga,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm
Yoga.
like, what the fuck is?
Yeah, I think that's true. It's just it's you now like, do you feel like since you've gone to this, do you think that like, are you on a path that you seem to be not like more or less not even happy with, but more or less inspired to keep moving forward with? Why can't I ask these questions, bro?
No,
I don't
yeah,
understand
I
what's the
feel like
fucking
just
problem.
busting your
I
balls.
can't understand what's the fucking
Shut
problem.
up.
You're
If
asking
I'm gonna,
the same question a different way.
it's not the same
Okay.
question. You got to understand because
You know what it
if you I'm being realistic.
Yeah.
This next question is different than everybody else.
It's just a bad habit.
If I want to ask shit, then you can go
No,
fuck
I
I
yourself,
have so
ho.
many bad
Listen,
habits.
Stupid ass fat fucking prick.
Like-
I think Kermie, anything
Watch
she
that
does,
fucking Pats game with you
it's
tonight.
for the
I don't give a
better-
shit.
Small dick hoe.
It's more of like
No, I'm messing with you.
not a selfish thing, but it's more of like a self-care. You're trying
We're
to
awful
just
to
make
each other.
Yeah.
your life
Worst
like
people to each other.
I don't know.
I love
No,
you, bro.
Simple.
for me, I think it's because
Yo,
like,
they're, like, having
yeah,
their
they're
own
having their own fucking thing.
Sorry.
Anyways, for me, honestly, it's just because like I've noticed I've been doing a lot of like bad shit. Like I'm the type of person that I love to fucking do drugs,
Okay.
fuck a lot,
What did you do?
have a lot of alcohol,
What did you do
all
recently?
these crazy things.
What did you recently that was like a moment?
Yeah, what was
where
the final
where
straw?
No, not final straw. But like, what was that one moment recently that made you reflect? Like go and you're sitting there like it's like
That's a
when
good question.
when I dropped all my hoes.
no,
Why'd you do
no,
that?
not dropping.
What?
I'm saying
But
in
what
the
made you
last
do that?
home moment. In the last home moment.
I just was like, I feel like my life has like no meaning.
Okay.
And I felt like no one was bringing that into me, and I wasn't even doing it for myself
So you wanted-
anyways. So I was like, if you're not bringing anything positive in my life, I don't want you in my life.
Okay.
So you
And
wanted-
I was like,
Facts.
and then after that, I was
Facts,
like, you know
sis.
what? I'm just
What
gonna.
was?
That's
what-
just me.
What
so
was
you
the
just wanted
last?
to try something different.
Yeah. What was the last experience you had with someone where you walked away with it going, this wasn't a healthy, positive experience?
This was
it
Oh
recent?
my god! Last Monday.
No, like last. Okay, so last Monday. So I'm saying like I don't know. You don't have to go into what you did.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be that. But like, what did you feel like post mortem where you were like this is not what I want to do anymore. Like
like right before I felt that way.
Like yeah, right before you felt that. Like you're in the whole act. Right
Yeah.
afterwards, like what were you
I
thinking?
realized I was doing a lot of things that were kind of bringing me back memories from my past,
Mhm.
and I was like, I don't know if this is good or bad.
Bad vibes.
Yeah, like I was bringing back shit from because your past always haunts you when you
Yeah.
do a lot
Bad
of
vibes.
shit,
I feel like
and I was getting that.
I think Mercury retrograde also
Yeah,
had
that definitely
Oh,
did. No,
Lord.
I did.
Mercury
It
reggae.
did.
Mercury reggaeton was definitely affecting you.
It definitely was.
I don't get this reference.
I always thought it had something to do with a thermometer. I'm like, there's mercury in there.
Mm.
No, so it's when the planets.
It's basically when the planets
spin
align
the
a
opposite.
certain way.
No, they spin the opposite way, so it fucks everything
All of them
up.
except for Earth.
There's no planet that spins the
No,
opposite way. There's not a
It's
single
Mercury. Mercury.
Oh,
one.
that
There's
one?
no
It went
planet that
the
spins
other
the opposite
way.
way. There's no planet that has stopped the rotation.
No, it didn't stop rotation. It spun the opposite way around around Earth.
Oh, oh.
There's no astronomical situation where a planet would stop its rotation.
No,
in
no, no,
any-
no. Not. It's revolution.
It's
Instead of going
constellation.
this way,
Instead of there's no planet
where
that
it stopped,
there's
it
no
went-
there's
it
no
went-
planet.
that happens?
There's no
For 1 month?
There's no scientific evidence that's out there that,
Alright,
that
well,
Y'all
anyways, let's finish it with our astrology talk.
I just want to be real honest. Like I'm saying in the sense of like you understand this is a mass. This is
I
an
didn't even
object.
know that's what that meant.
This is an object on a field being pulled by the sun, moving in a certain direction.
Here,
Would
wait,
never stop.
I'll get you the definition of whatever the fuck Mercury.
Not in
retrograde.
astrological terms. I just want to be let's be.
Are you an astronomer?
I'm not an astronomer. I'm just I just
Do you
know how
know-
physics work.
Do you know about fucking
Neil
planets?
deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah,
fuck.
I know about planets.
You don't even know your fucking your sign or whatever. Why
Yeah.
am I not
Astrology is not a science. Astrology
no,
is a
sign. Your sign. Your astrological
Yeah, that's what I'm
sign.
saying.
Neil
Astrology
deGrasse.
You don't
is
believe
not a
in-
science.
You don't believe in zodiac signs at
There
all.
is
No, I
there
don't
hasn't been
either.
there hasn't been any compelling argument, and I'm just going to be honest with you. There's been any compelling argument that connects the stars in the sky to human behavior. There's never been a single
yeah.
one.
Not
There
the
is.
stars, the planets.
There,
The fucking moon
the planets- by the way,
controls
the-
fucking
Because
ocean.
when you
Okay,
were born,
yeah, but
everything was aligned a certain way, which makes you the
okay,
way
this
you
is.
are.
Okay, I understand that you're
Damn,
making
that's why I'm a
a
piece
series.
of shit. Fuck.
Hey,
If you want to ask,
You're a Gemini, right?
Yeah, he's a
if you want to ask me why the moon affects the Earth, this is a mass around another mass on gravity that's pulling on that mass.
I mean, I don't believe zodiac shit either.
Yeah, I'm not about it.
Because I've lied to. I'm like I've asked.
I
people,
think-
like,
I think we're
What
tr-
am I?
Well,
And then
fuck you guys then.
Yeah, it's cool. You guys
Honestly,
can believe
no,
whatever.
I've
I'm
only
not
ever
saying it's
seen-
wrong. I'm not saying you could believe whatever you
I've
want to
only
believe.
ever seen like
I don't
people
hate
who
on
actually-
nothing.
I've only ever seen girls believe in it. Every time I like talk to a dude, they're like, "Yeah, that's bullshit." But then girls
Guys are
like,
bullshit.
Facts.
We are.
Hard facts.
You've
I think it's just one of those.
I
It's
believe
just a
that.
girly thing. Girls just like that shit.
You've never noticed like shit that went wrong when it was happening.
No, 'cause I didn't know
I
what
like
was
math.
happening.
I like math. I
So
don't believe
basically-
in.
Basically, Mercury retrograde it had a lot to do with miscommunication, travel,
like
and
other
like
shit.
forgetting things, being
When did
really
it start?
forgetful and everything. It started on Halloween, and it ended on
Oh, I
November
flew
20th.
to Vegas on Halloween just fine.
Yeah,
And it
it didn't
Even-
affect Geminis.
I mean,
but it didn't end until November 20th.
I was too
so
fat for the
there was a lot
seat.
of shit going on during that period of time. Very
I think, like I said,
insightful
like
shit.
in my end of the thing, I just the way the planets work. There's never a scenario where a mass would stop.
I don't
in its
have a problem with
constellation around
people
the sun.
believing that. Like, it's to me,
Yeah.
it's like
you could do whatever you want to do.
But
There's not.
that's what I'm saying. Like, people fucking believe in like a god that like you
I don't,
can't
yeah,
see.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that. See, I didn't stop believing in God
Facts.
till I went to Catholic school. I remember in 7th grade, I was like, "This is bullshit."
But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm
like, these are some of the most evil people I've ever met in my life that work here.
People believe a lot of shit.
Yeah,
People
but I mean,
believe,
it's
people believe the news. People believe
yeah,
the
but there's
articles they
yeah, but
read.
like
People
that's
believe
what I
all
want
that
to preface.
other
Like, there's
bullshit.
nothing wrong. Like, if you say that and you believe in it, I say as long as if it helps you in some sort of manner, that's fine. All I'm saying on my end, if you ask me, hey, Mercury stopped its constellation around the sun and went the other way, I go, just to give you a heads up, if you just look
I feel
how
like they would say it on the news.
yeah,
bro,
because the thing is, NASA would report on it and say,
Yeah.
hey, just to let you know, Mercury stopped behaving this way. Because if you just
Bitch, did you look up the definition? What the hell's going on?
Okay, so it doesn't stop. It looks like that. It's going in the wrong way. It appears to be going in the opposite direction, but it's not actually.
Okay.
So,
So they did a great video on YouTube with this channel called Vsauce about and this is just on Earth's rotation, which is fantastic.
if you stopped and we all
If the Earth stops spinning, right? So in a sense, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
We're moving at, let's say, 1,000 miles per second through space on this giant vehicle, right? If you stop that in any way, whether it's the Earth's spin or the Earth's velocity around the sun, you're talking about everything that's on that object that's not attached to the object immediately flying
Like, it'd
off
be dead. Isn't it?
at 1,000 miles per second. So
It's an optical illusion.
yeah, so that's it's the
so it's bullshit.
Life is
Yeah.
So it's bullshit.
life is an
Fuck
optical
you guys.
illusion.
It's a magic trick.
life.
Dick
is an
Dick is
optical-
an optical
It's some
illusion. How
David
about that?
Li-
Not mine.
I think we give it
Jeez.
power when it's I guess we.
Yeah, but
It
it's like
just
any
makes
other
sense. It
Tara,
makes fucking
Tara,
sense.
she's getting her confirmation, right?
yeah.
This is the power of belief. If
Yeah,
it
that's what I'm
if it
saying.
inspires you and compels you and
Yeah.
motivates you to become better or do more or be great, that's fine. It doesn't matter. That's why I'm like saying, like, astrology is not necessarily wrong, but you could never use it as a like, you could say, like, hey, this is inherently true. That's all I'm saying. But if it helps you in your life, hey, it helps people. You know, there's so many people that I find inspired by nothingness. That's fantastic. Or it could be this depressing bag
At least
of
I'm not in
fucking-
a cult.
That's the way to go.
Why
Yeah.
don't we start a cult?
Yeah. Jones,
Yeah.
son, I'm telling you, Jonestown too.
Yep.
In South Florida,
motherfuckers.
we're not drinking no Kool-Aid
Everyone
though.
take the
We're-
cyanide.
we're getting Fago.
Since we were talking about astrology, did any of you guys see the meteor shower?
No, I saw your post about it, but I didn't
that
actually see
shit
it.
was
I don't
dope.
go
I didn't see it
outside,
either.
so I don't.
It
Yeah,
was
me neither.
It was Friday, like around like 6-ish.
Oh, yeah, I was
saw
inside playing video
something
games.
Fall out of the sky, and I'm like, "Yo, is that a shooting star?" But then
It's actually a person.
I googled it. It was like some kind of meteor shower that was going on.
It's pretty crazy.
Recently. Yeah, it was cool to see because it's like, whoa.
Do you want to know
Are
something?
we getting bombed? Is that fireworks?
Can I tell you, like,
Finally,
Can I tell you,
Russia's coming.
Can I tell you one last really fun fact about the stars in the sky? Like, if you ever
Oh
Yes.
my god, this fucking guy.
no, but it's
Dude, the stars in the sky.
This is me
where
choking.
The Zodiac
no,
comes
but I'm
from.
no, I don't even. That's not about just the stars in the sky.
Okay.
It has nothing relation to astrology or anything like that.
Okay.
If you ever look into the sky and you see wonderful lights, right, little tiny droplets, right, a lot of them are actually planets.
Satellites.
No, they're not. They're actually a lot of them are actually.
They're tears.
Somebody fucking tried to tell me that. He's like,
They're not.
those aren't
Nah.
even stars. Those are satellites. I'm like, some of
They're
them
actually
are satellites.
no, but they're actually called. I mean, if you want to just reference it, a lot of things that are bright out there are actually reflecting the sun's light. They're actually regular planets like ours,
Yeah.
reflecting the light. So they're not even actually stars. So if you look into the sky and you go, "That's a star," like that actually just might be a planet that's reflecting
like
the sun's light.
Like,
So you take a planet like ours, right? Regardless if
so
it's
like a different planet.
just a
that's not
different,
in our solar system.
yeah, just not in our solar system, reflecting the light of a star.
Mm.
So it's like very confusing to look out there and pinpoint, be like, that's a star, maybe, but in most cases, there are far more planets like ours, like big rocks that don't shine, than there are suns. So, you know, your boy's super into
Facts from
astronomy.
fucking Tuna, not
Holla.
a science.
Yeah,
your boy likes
The
space.
science
I
guy
love
over
space. I just be getting high and looking
You
up fucking
like
facts.
space?
You didn't even go see
They
Ad
like
Astra. You're a
fucking
fucking
sports.
phony.
Yeah, I still have to see that. Yeah.
Real niggas who like space
Yeah.
saw Ad Astra.
You saw Gravity. Facts.
Yeah, where Sandra Bullock got fucked up.
All right. Anything else you guys got? Holla.
No.
I'm hungry.
Oh,
Facts.
That's it, I think. I was gonna talk about those memes. I'm gonna tell my kids.
Oh yeah, again that shit has already been
I'm
played
over
out.
those shits
Even though I'm still
already.
sharing them.
The Tom Brady one was great.
I want to
see
be
that.
like, I'm gonna tell my kids I'm
the
not
one
having
about-
kids.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna tell my kids shit because they're not gonna exist.
Yo, honestly.
You saw the one about? Was it you the one that sent me about the 6 to 9?
Yeah,
Being a little rat
Dude,
with like
little rat with a rainbow tail.
hair, Yep.
Yeah.
That shit was so funny.
No, I saw one of Myles Garrett, the dude who hit Mason Rudolph, and it was like, I'm gonna tell people this is Jussie Smollett.
You saw the one
my
with
God.
what was his name? That singer Ice JJ Fish being Chris
Oh, my
Brown.
God.
I was fucking dying.
You see the one with Paramore? I think they did like
The Mythbusters.
Yeah,
Yo, that one had me.
the
fucking
Mythbusters
nuts.
cast literally
Oh yeah, 'cause
lined
the
up
girl
perfectly.
on there, it looks like
Yeah, so funny. Jesus.
Yo, good content. Good
I
content.
hate them.
Anyway,
I hate the internet.
you guys wanna you know?
Yeah,
tell us
what are
where
we
to
at right
follow
now?
you.
We're about 120 minutes.
Yeah.
No, we not.
Yeah.
No, we're about an hour 20 minutes.
No.
Yeah, it's
Plugging
literally an
your
hour 20
shit.
minutes. It says an hour 20 minutes
What are
on
we doing?
here.
Plugging your
Plug
shit. We
your
out.
shit.
Go ahead, Tuna.
Yeah, you can follow us at Local Haters Podcast on all platforms.
And
YouTube,
Pornhub, we're still the
Pornhub,
number one podcast on Pornhub.
Still up there. About
Even though Tuna forgot to upload the last 2 episodes.
yeah, we're almost at
Stupid
we're almost at
bitch.
9,000 views. You can find us everywhere.
Damn.
Um,
Well, good for you guys.
We're
Holy
we
shit.
record Mondays now, just in case anybody's 3 people that are listening. You could we don't do Sundays no more, but we also might. This is like kind of like a teaser, but like we shameless plug. I might be starting another podcast with someone else about it's gonna be kind of like a history podcast. So
Yeah, I will have
Coming out in
nothing
a
to do
couple
with
months.
that.
Yeah, he's not
because
gonna
I
be
don't
on
know shit.
you're gonna be on that shit.
I barely made it out of high school.
I thought you have no time.
No, I have
making
time.
time?
I have time for that
Okay.
because it's like I could schedule that.
I got
It's 2
you.
hours.
Apparently, he has more time for that.
But if they show up late one time, the whole shit's over.
Done.
yeah.
Never gonna happen. It's literally gonna be 8 a.m. on Sundays. That's how.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That's
Jesus.
that's the time we're gonna
What if
record.
you're, so that means you can't drink on Saturdays?
No.
Who the fuck wants to get up at 8 a.m. and talk about history?
Fuck no.
Me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm about
I was
that.
gonna say who else?
What?
So my friend
Oh, okay.
who's into that shit with me.
That's cute.
Fucking nerds.
Shout out to the Nerdy Basement since we're talking about
Yo,
nerds.
yeah, I
Yeah.
followed that page. The page is tight. They're pretty good.
Shout out to who else? Our friends, our listeners.
Shout out to my friend Mike. His birthday was.
Oh yeah, shout out
this
to
weekend.
Mike.
My boy. I was sleepy
Shout
though.
out to I don't know, Pornhub.
Facts.
Yo, I
we
was
got-
I have so many favorited videos.
We got like I don't know 3,000 views on Pornhub. We're catching up. We're
Damn, y'all
catching
are
up.
fire.
Yeah, we're
You
trying.
guys got all the videos on there?
Yeah.
Shout out to water.
Wow.
What's
Being
that?
hydrated.
I don't
Stay
drink that.
hydrated.
Yo, shout out to big fan. Just another fucking dumb plug. Shout out to Blackout Benji performing this Wednesday.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, our friend.
For a full set at Just Jake's in Montclair. Full set.
Oh, word.
Holla.
How many songs?
I don't know. They
When?
gave him 20
They
minutes.
On
gave
a
him 20
Wednesday?
minutes, so it might
yeah,
be
the day
Like
before Thanksgiving.
five.
Damn, the day before Thanksgiving is a big day.
it's a
We
big
should
day.
go.
I got a lot of plans.
Big day.
Oh.
So if
Yeah, I'm
you
getting
actually want to
drunk.
catch me and the homie, we are definitely going to be
He
there.
raps?
Yeah, I'm working that
He's
day.
raps, yeah. He's a musician.
I think I checked. I heard him on your podcast before.
Yeah, he's the man.
Yeah, where he said 3 words across 2 different
Yeah, piece
episodes.
of shit. He got so mad at me.
All right, guys. Thanks for being on our pod. Since
Thanks
we
for
were
Oh,
having
on
us.
thank
yours.
you. Holla.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yay.
Word.
Holidays.
can't
And
wait to
follow
cook.
us on fucking Anchor and Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
Facebook _.
Instagram.
Instagram.
Graham.
Hit us up on our email.
Hit me up.
Hit you up.
All right, deuces. Stop this shit. Come on, Kerm.
I think I stopped it.
No, you didn't.
La 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 la.